Slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up.
The following is a presentation of Mr. X News Network.
Objection! I said I didn't do nothing! The following is a presentation of Mr. X News Network. It's Mr. X News Network. We're here. It is Monday. We're ready to go. That's right. Mr. X News Network is live on Monday, starting a new week. Thank you for joining me. What a crazy weekend it's been. A lot of news, a lot of information. I know this shirt is a little faded. It's from 1996. Let me say hello to a few people that are friends of the Mr. X that are in the chat. Let me say hello to them. Tingle Boos. Johnny is here. Kathy Fagan. Raven. Tracy is in the house. Barbara Buffalo. I see Rainbow Melon. There's PZ. Who else have I missed? There's a lot of people coming in. Thanks for joining me here on Mr. X News Network. Who else have I missed? I don't even know who else is in here. I'm zipping up in the chat. Johnny Yarborough. That's right. Eric Murphy. Got a chance to talk to him right before the show. Hope he's doing well. Now, you have already seen something that I got this weekend. A big weekend. We're going to get to all the news. This past weekend, starting on Friday, I went to a very nice DoubleTree off Route 66 in an area outside of Laverne called Claremont. I got footage from the hotel, and the reason I was up there Friday night is not because I was working. It's because I was getting ready to do two things. Now, hold on. I'm getting ready to do something else.
Update regarding your debt consolidation loan application. A member of our funding team is standing by to finalize your loan. To be connected, please press 2. Once again, to be connected. Your call is now being transferred.
A live agent is now available to take your call. Press 1 now to be connected instantly.
Get my debt consolidation here. Yeah, I need to get my money right. Amanda's here. Fucker hung up on me, you coward. Okay, now, it was a big weekend. Now, you see some of the things that the Mr. Well, I got to get to what it is. I'm jumping ahead. Whoa. So I went up northeast, so I don't want to say too far up, but east of LA. And I started off the weekend at a special place, this nice DoubleTree. Mr. X has got all the points. And that weekend, that Friday night, and I got the footage of it, Mr. X was at something called the Umi Hot Pot Sushi and Seafood Buffet. It kind of looked like that. There's the Mr. X getting a free meal, signing autographs for the Chinese, although I think the place is a Thai place. It's in the City of Industry. Well, you know in LA when the written language starts having characters and you can't read it, you're in a different part of town. There's all the little kids coming up to the Mr. X. Mr. X is eating with some chopsticks, which you would never do. I don't use fucking chopsticks. But signing the autographs and everybody's coming up. And then, so that was Friday night. So I stayed up there because early Saturday, there was a thing called Thriftapalooza. Thriftapalooza is a giant thrift outing. It's actually in the hangars, one of the biggest hangars, almost looks like an airplane hangar, at the LA Fairgrounds. So I went there and got a few things, including this close little Bucky's friend. Look at him. Look at him. Found him this weekend. Stay right there, monkey. Don't fall. I got a bunch of other things that I will share, including these kind of things. I was looking for things for the show. You never know if that might be sent to somebody. And looking for a lot of other things. For movies and for other things. Now, of course, Mr. X is much bigger than everybody. There's some old lady in a muumuu. His mom, some redneck with a mullet. They're trying to get $15 for the camera. The Mr. X has $5. That's all, you know. I mean, I give you $5 for it. I got a lot more. So, anyway, these AI things are ridiculous. So, a lot of stuff has gone on because last Friday, I did the show or actually it was Thursday. I did the show about stuff that happened on Wednesday. So it's kind of been like a week since I've done a Mr. X News Network about the news. I mean, sometimes the news is me, or what's going on with me. But thank God we're past that. What's up, Tingle Boos? Nice people. That's Bucky's. Look at him. That was a couple dollars. So we'll get into all these different things. But I had a lot of fun this weekend. Got to do some things. We'll take live calls. We'll say hello to some people. I'm seeing super stickers and all that are already coming in. You know what today is? Today's the 20th. And I normally don't do this, but to reach a special number, because don't forget, YouTube takes 30%. And it's okay if I don't. No pressure. It's not like I'm pressuring Cheryl DeTilio to give me $70 like somebody else did. But if I got 120 minus the 30%, I think it's $92. That would get me above a threshold number. Not necessary. You guys are very generous. You've been very generous. But that would be a hell of a coincidence if that happened. I'm just going to throw that out there. And just like everybody else gets their marijuana after the 21st, I have a feeling Mr. X will be not getting his marijuana. He will be getting other things that he has gotten and paid for when he was out and about. Kathy Fagan, what's up? Barbara Buffalo, what's up? Eric is here, like I said. That's right. So much going on. So much is. Can I say on behalf of the country and anybody who's an American, finally the FIFA World Cup is over. And we are 17 days away from the Hall of Fame game. Thank God. Thank God that shit's over. Oh, I got so fucking annoying. I mean, I'm just so sick of soccer. It's gay, as they would say. I like it. And it's big, exciting final game. 1-0. 1-0. Anyway, the Hall of Fame game's coming up in 17 days. And speaking of that, things that are coming up, Thriftapalooza and Umi Hot Pot. I'll tell you what a hot pot, all that is later on. I don't even know what it is, so I'll mansplain it to you later on. But there is something starting on Wednesday. Hey, Mark, can you hand that to me? Mark, here you go. Here. There it is. He's handing it to me. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Bang! That is this weekend. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. He's here. San Diego Comic-Con is this weekend, or this Wednesday. It's actually starting this week. So it's this coming weekend, Wednesday through Sunday. And just like I said, Mark Terry is a professional member. There's all the dates right there. But don't worry, people in San Diego. I will not be heading down there this year. Maybe a friend of mine will go. We'll see. Or Mark Terry won't be heading down there either. I got a new little neck thing too. It's not a undershirt. It's just, it just goes to here only. So it makes it a little bit cooler on me. There we go. Here, let me tuck it in. Yeah, it only goes to like right here. It's like a turtleneck without the shirt. So San Diego Comic-Con, a lot of people are talking about it. It's always a big time of year. And I'm interested in seeing what movies and what information are put out during the San Diego convention this year. We'll see what goes on. I will not be there. I have a feeling Mark Terry will not be there. But maybe I'll have some friends that go down there. We will see. So first, let's get to this entire weekend. Now, I'm hearing a lot of stuff. People say that the Mr. X was out serving hors d'oeuvres or something Friday night. That's why he wasn't on. Yeah, I come with receipts for everything. And you could see the Mr. X with this right here, that at 10:26 a.m., so this would have been Saturday morning, guess where I was at? Claremont, California. Now, let me bring it up, monkey. Bring it up. Go get it. Bring it up. Here we go. Bringing it up right now. Here it is. In Claremont, California. And you can see that. There it is right there. 10:26 a.m. And you know I'm not an early riser. So there's no way I would have woke up at like 8 a.m. to get out there at 10:30 a.m. I stayed there the night. And I walked around this hotel. Show you guys what it's like. It's like one of those Route 66 kind of attraction hotels. See many like this anymore.
All right, here we are. It's Mr. X. You know, it's nice to have tenures. It's nice to be tenure. It's nice to be able to get things for free after all the years of work. We're here in Claremont, California, at this nice DoubleTree right down the road from Thriftapalooza. So just kind of give you a quick little glimpse of what things look like. I'm going to go on avatar mode.
It wasn't
so you can
necessary.
see what it looks like. It's very nice.
Very old school hotel. There is some kind of silent auction there, but it was definitely had a vibe to it. It almost seemed like a ski lodge. Older people there. Obviously, that's where all the stuff you get your snacks and all that. If you're a gold member like the Mr. X, you get certain things for free. I think $16 a day per person spending. You can apply that to food or in-room dining or whatever you want, but people are sitting outside. It was actually pretty hot out there. This is East LA. After being up and was getting ready about 5 miles from the LA County Fairgrounds, and just did this. I thought about doing it live, but then, I kind of got into the thing where, are these people going to get harassed? Somebody going to call there? So I was like, you know what? I could just do it live to tape, but a pretty nice hotel. You guys seen it looks like a resort almost in Palm Springs. And I was kind of joking that you don't see many hotels these days with balconies. That shows how old it is. Nice pool, nice weather. The kids were out there. The families were out there. So there's the pool. Kind of reminds me of when I was in Anaheim. There it is. So that was part one. That was actually part two. The section I wanted to share with you was actually the night before. I heard that there was a very high-praised buffet called the Umi Buffet. And I was like, what the fuck is an Umi Buffet? And what is a hot pot? I had never heard of it before. It was suggested to me to go there. It's out in the City of Industry. I think it's off the 57, if I'm not mistaken. And what it is this kind of Thai, Chinese crab leg buffet. So while other people are out there saying they're going to have crab legs Friday and you never see anything, Mr. X was out there and actually going to the real life crab legs buffet. And I tell you what, I've never been to one that's quite like this. That's for sure. I mean, it had I had them with Thriftapalooza. And by the way, these videos, they're already set up on private on the Mr. Expose You channel. They will become public as a entire raw video later on. So once this show is over, they will be added, or they're added public. So it's taken a while for some reason for it to come. I guess I got to get into YouTube Studio or I can't see it. Where is it at, monkey? Johnny, what's up? Bringing it up now. Umi crab leg seafood sushi buffet, and of course at Thriftapalooza as well. So, and it's going really slow for some reason, even though I got it plugged in. Ultra slow. And I got nothing else running. I don't know why it's going this slow. Don't go that slow on me, monkey. Here we go. Content. Thank you for joining me here on Mr. X News Network. Yeah, I do have to share the news that obviously Jim Terry TV, the OTT, is now officially gone. It is completely gone. I don't know if it's gone from Roku or any of that kind of stuff. I haven't checked it. But as I bring this up, I would like you to do me a quick favor. Go to nightowlnetworktv.com and let me know in the chat what it says on nightowlnetworktv.com. What does it say? Night Owl Network TV. So Jim Terry TV, the OTT, sadly, after all the work that went into it, it's kind of like a sad day for me, obviously. I put a ton of work into that, and to see that go down, that's not good. I'm going to bring up that video in a second. But I'm curious if you guys find out what is on Night Owl Network TV. Now, we are 5 or 6 weeks away. I think June 15th was my final show on there. So how many days have we had? How many weeks have we had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 5th week since the OTT's been gone. There was a lot of talk about it being, put up by somebody else, and it's just gone. The Rumble's gone. Night Owl Network is gone. They're all gone. The only thing that's left is Mr. X News Network here on Mr. Expose You, as we always do. But what do you guys see when you go to nightowlnetworktv.com? Broken link. It doesn't load. Sure it does. Well, here's the thing. If you go to nightowlnetworktv.com, it brings you to Mr. X News Network, Mr. Expose You on YouTube. It redirects you to this YouTube channel. Now, I tried to offer it here's the website. I'd like to turn it over to you. And I was never met with any information. So I have that website purchased till November 1st. And it's not going to be renewed. Anybody can get it after November 1st that wants it. But what will happen with that website is it will stay pointed and forwarded to Mr. Expose You on YouTube. That's the way it's going to be. So, yeah, it's great content. Smart, better. It took me to Mr. X on YouTube. That's right. That's right. That's right. So, and I see the super stickers are coming in fast and heavy, and I think that already got us over to the big two that came in, got us over that number. And let me put it this way. The 5 weeks, okay, that $120 minus the 30% just in YouTube money is as much as I was making over on the OTT. I'll just say it. So just in YouTube money net is what I was making over on the OTT when I got to 120. Now, there's other things that bring that up higher, and there's expenses and all that kind of stuff. So just to let you know that number, usually that's within a month, but it took 5 weeks, 2 shows instead of 5 to get to that number on Mr. Expose You, but just in super stickers on YouTube. Just in super stickers. It's pretty amazing how generous people have been to me over the last 5 weeks, and I appreciate it. It goes to Mr. X. That's right. It comes to here. I forwarded it. No Rumble, no JTTV OTT. Night Owl Network comes here. I mean, I'm the only choice left, I guess. So, and I did hear that there was a show on Friday, and there wasn't a lot of hater content, and it was one of his highest earning shows. Sounds like something I would say would work, but go figure. It is what it is. That's right. It goes to Mr. X. So, yeah, it is pretty sad, but what could you do? You know, what could I do? Still deal with it? And I'm not gloating. I'm not making fun. That's just the way that it is. Money is boring. That's right. Well, I got to bring it up. It's part of what I got written down. But let's forget about money. You're right, Rainbow Melon. Let's move on from money and what's happening and has happened over the last 5 weeks. I got a lot of other things to talk about other than that bullshit. Let's bring this up. Mr. X goes to the UMI, and this obviously is going to become public later. And I think that is not going to work. So I got to do it this way because it's going to bring up a pop-up. Give me 1 second. So yeah, this is something I did. Something I've been wanting to do. Is to go to another Crab Legs live, a Crab Legs buffet, but I didn't know that I wanted to go to this one. This is the UMI Hot Pot, and I'll explain what a hot pot is here in a second, in the City of Industry in a little bit. It's Friday night. Hot pot sushi and seafood buffet for the Mr. X. We'll check you out inside. Thriftapalooza tomorrow. So there is what is called a hot pot right there. They stuck me back in the corner. And I'll tell you this, they have a little bit of everything at this buffet. Now, this section of the buffet right here is for the... Now, stop right there, monkey. Okay, hold on. We got to back it up. You're going too fast. See those little things that look like little white testicles right there? Those are quail eggs. So what you do is you select these items here on the right. Some of them could be meat. Some of them could be eggs. Some of them could be veggies. They have 6 different kind of like broths. And the people there, I think that were mostly Thai, liked the spicier broth. So I got the bone broth, the boner broth, the one that is actually the least spicy. And they put it on your table, and it's got like a little sterno underneath it, and you put different stuff in there, and it's so hot that it kind of almost cooks whatever you choose from the buffet. I've never been to a buffet that has a hot pot. I never heard of that. But obviously they have the ribs. You know, this is a great place. About $45 a person, $50 a person. I don't know if you saw that to the left there. They had kind of a pineapple with, I don't know, for shrimp or something inside. A lot of different things. Obviously the Mr. X like the coconut shrimp. A lot of different things that you don't see on an everyday buffet. These are more items that go into that hot pot. There's the different style of hot pots that go onto your table. And like I said, I only got the white one, which was the bone broth. But I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just give me the one that's the least spicy, so I'm not having a problem. Now, there's the lady right there. She is in the hot crab leg section. This isn't like one of those jabroni crab leg places where they put out the crabs and everybody runs and goes gets it and it's empty. They continuously put it out there all night. The cool thing about this place, this Umi hot pot, they have them all over the country, and I'll bring that up here in a bit. But what happens is this is a very nice group of people. Kids are well behaved. Food is good. It's not ghetto like Golden Corral, birthday parties and all that kind of stuff. So that part of it I liked. Now I got the audio off. If you want to hear my other audio, this will be uploaded. There is the shrimp. There is the Oyster Rockefeller, I think is what it's called. I got to be careful because if I say something incorrect or misspeak or don't say something 100% spot on, there'll be a fucking hater out there. Like, I don't know, somebody named MITB or something. Last I checked, that stood for Money in the Bank. He goes and fucking just follows everything that Mr. X says, even if I misspeak on something. But anyway, so you get the point. A lot of good. There's some more crab legs. Now, there was something there on the end that was in that silver platter, and I was going to get a photo of it, but it's some other sushi that's like in a cup. Never really seen anything like that, and I can't remember the name of it, and I didn't get the footage of it, of course, but so you see this here, and then I don't know if you could tell, but in that case right there, behind that guy, there's almost like a cooler. They had all the Thai iced teas and all that kind of stuff. Now, this is the cold section, cold crab legs, cold crawfish, but behind them is you could fill up with the boba balls and Thai iced tea. I tell you this, I'd never had Thai iced tea until I came to Los Angeles. So if you like that, I got to be careful with milk. But they had certain iced teas that didn't have milk. By the way, there's some pickled pig's feet or chicken feet. I can't remember which one that is, but I stopped there for a second. And some of this doesn't look very good on camera because food never looks as good on camera as it does in person. At least that's my opinion. That kid kept following me around. He wanted an autograph from the Mr. X. And of course, there's the cold section. But, it's pretty poshy looking and all that stuff. But this is the real section for the Mr. X. This is what's really important. And this section being the sushi section. This is the part that Mr. X likes. A lot of people do not like sushi. I never liked it until I moved to California. Never really ate it. But obviously, I don't like the sushi that has mayonnaise on it. I tried that pink one right there. That was good. There's wasabi and everything else. And then, of course, if you don't like sushi, you'll definitely won't like sushimi, which is just basically fish. Do you like the red? Do you like the salmon? But they got everything. And like I said, it was a bigger place than I imagined. And here's some different toppings and so forth. So a pretty cool place. And I'll put the audio back on. So all kinds of stuff. So the price of this buffet was $50, $45, $50. And they add the tip in automatically. If you post something on Facebook, and you pay in cash, I think if you post on Facebook, they give you $10, and then you pay in cash, they give you 10% off. So I think I was able, even with tax and the fees, to be able to get it down to about, I think it was $90 for two people. So now let's see, it goes into the hot pot here next. This is before, I think this is at 6 or 7 p.m. I told you that kid kept following around the Mr. X. He wanted to get a selfie. I'll tell you what, the pork rib belly, that shit was good too. Everything was good. I didn't eat anything there that was bad. But it's pretty far away from where I'm at. Now, there is the drinks are included, yada, yada. There is the bone broth. Now, this is new to me. This might not be new to you guys. I never had it. And it's got the little fire there underneath it. And that's before any of the condiments or whatever you want to call them was added into it. And now here's the stuff that's added into it. Imitation crab meat, like little meatballs, whatever it might be. Different seaweed. People like different things. It actually smelled really good. I ate a little bit of it. You can see that it stays lit the entire time. You don't want to burn yourself on that. And then there's the Mr. X crab legs. That was the real life crab legs Friday. That shit was good. And there's the pork belly there. So I enjoyed it. That will come up later on on, if you want to watch the whole video, Umi Hot Pot Seafood Buffet in the City of Industry. And I'm going to pull up the website too. You know, I like to talk about movies. I like to go to places and eat at them. And, you know, this is one of the places that somebody was telling me about, but I kind of blew it off because I didn't know what that fucking meant. So it's like, what do I care? And then, like, when I started, like, okay, I'm going to go to this area. Now I do care. So a lot of these people that reviewed a lot of these buffets that I've been to, Hilton, what was it called? Sierra Cafe at the Universal Studios. This is a place they've been to as well. So it's like I'm following behind them. Here's their website, Umi Seafood and Sushi Buffet. And some of the restaurants that were listed, some of you guys on the East Coast. I've never heard of Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. I'm not sure if that's near Kathy Fagan or Bob. Queens Village, New York. Brooklyn, New York. Houston, Texas. East Brunswick, New Jersey. And Indianapolis, Indiana. And obviously the City of Industry. So, great stuff. And that website is umibuffet.com. There it is. That was number one. And then, of course, number two was staying at the hotel that night. Lots of shit. Lots of food. I was hungry. I was horny. So it was good stuff. I really enjoyed it. 220 watching us live. That shit looks good as fuck. Yeah, Kung Fu you. Oh, my God. You got any questions, you can always call me in. I love sushi, but not seafood. Sushi doesn't have the fishy seafood taste, at least the stuff that I get doesn't. Well, it depends what you get. You know, I mean, I don't think crab legs has a fishy taste, but hey, it is what it is. I gave both of my dogs bone broth. That's right. Oh, my God. I always heard that eating bone marrow was bad for you. I don't know. That's just me. Let me read off a couple super stickers real quick as we're getting to the next part of it here. Rainbow Melon coming in. I hope this is from the beginning. Let me know if it is, Texas Granny. Rainbow Melon coming in, 99 cents. Let me pick up the backdrop as we're doing this real quick. Put up my backdrop, monkey. I tell you what, this is going really slow, like ultra slow. Rainbow Melon, 99 cents. There it is. She comes in again, 99 cents. She comes in a third time, 99 cents. There's Barbara Buffalo at $1.49. There is Texas Granny, $2.99. There is Miss Texas, $20. Thank you to all those nice women coming in. Speaking of getting back to $1.49, she's got the money even now. And of course, Miss Texas coming in, getting me above that number. These next two got me above that 120 number right off the bat, $50. Thank you, Miss Texas. There's Texas Granny, another $50. That will take me beyond that point that we're looking for. And of course, we're seeing Adele come in, Canadian, $2.79. And then, what is it? Tingle Booze, $4.99 pounds. It's good stuff. See, Johnny, you got all these things out here on you got one of the best ones, the Queen Mary buffet right down the road from you. Now I know you can't eat big these days because of the stomach stuff, but lobster's kind of tough to eat. I like lobster, but after you eat, you're not going to eat like 3 or 4 lobsters. It's like a rough steak, but that's not fishy either though. So I don't know. That's that. So the next step is I showed you out of order, obviously, the hotel. And then after staying in the hotel Friday night, the big reason for going out there is a giant hangar out at the LA Convention Center. It's LA Convention Center. The LA Fairplex. They always said it was in Pomona, but it's actually Laverne. It's kind of a college town out there. Johnny Yarborough coming in too. $5. That's Johnny Yarborough right there. Thank you, Johnny and PZ. I have a feeling Johnny's going to be on later this week. Maybe we'll catch up with him or have him come up so we could hear what his schedule is. Usually the schedule is pretty much the same. XNN on Monday, Johnny Yarborough Thursday, XNN on Friday, which I'm working on a special guest that I love to hear from Noodle Salad and her son, and I heard that they might be on Friday's show for somebody else, and I think that's cool, but my goal is to hopefully be able to bring somebody to you on Friday that you've never heard from, that you've never seen before, and to make things a little bit different. Although it would be cool to see baby Huey again. So with that being said, thank you, Johnny Yarbrough. Let me bring up the next one. Mr. X goes to Thriftapalooza. Now, what is Thriftapalooza? It's a giant fucking expo hall where it's just nothing. And this video will go live later. I'm going to kind of narrate it here, but if you want to see the raw feed of it, these will become active after the show. But if you're watching those live raw feeds, then you could see the Mr. X over here discussing it. So you got two different options. These are just kind of the cuts.
Once again, if you're a VIP, if you have a weekend fast pass.
Actually, right in this area, when this was the fair, this is when, if going the opposite way, is when I came up live on Johnny Yarbrough's show when I was at the Fairplex. Actually, almost exactly in the same spot.
Proceed to Thriftapalooza. Otherwise, if your time entries in the future, please proceed to the line on the right.
The only thing that sucked about Thriftapalooza was this. I tell you what, the prices inside Thriftapalooza were mostly pretty good, at least for the stuff that I bought. And we're going to have a show and tell, and I'm going to show you what I got. And I showed you already a little bit what I got. $20 to park, which they didn't tell us. And I think part of it is the Fairplex had the third place game, a watch party over there. And it's $20 to get in, which I just saw people walking in. I didn't see anybody actually prepay like we did. But anyway, so, you know, but hey, how often do I get a chance to go get some of these kind of things? And it's always weird. Wherever you go to a thrift store, and this is like hundreds of thrift stores in one, it kind of mirrors whatever the area is. And I'm looking for old things for the movie, obviously. So here's the smile. Now here's inside that hanger. I mean, it is gigantic. I mean, it is 3 or 4 aisles of nothing but redneck, hillbilly, old people. I mean, like literally the AI photo that I have here is pretty fucking spot on. I mean, I just said, make it look like a hanger, make me look giant. And they have a redneck with a, and a lady in a muumuu, have me wanting to pay $5 for something that's $15. And that's pretty much how it went in real life. Here, just give me the $5. But, you know, I understand they had to get their own, you know, fee to get in there. They had to do their own thing and, you know, bring all the stuff in there. So not everything's going to be super cheap, but I'm looking for certain things, you know. So, like I said, these videos are going to go live later. There's people taking pictures right when you walk in. This is the area that had, when I was there for the fair, the Cutco and a lot of the vendors. There was a couple of these. Get out of my way, bitch. So, I mean, I'm walking around and I'm looking for things. I'm on the GoPro there. It's kind of jumpy as I'm walking around. A lot of clothes, women's clothes, good prices. I mean, really nice jeans for $20. You know, I mean, like higher end jeans. I don't know much about women's jeans, but this guy right here to the right, I ended up getting a camera off of, actually 2 cameras for very inexpensive. And I'll show that here in a bit, but, you know, pinball machines, antiques, and, you know, and I don't know if you guys like this kind of stuff. There was something else weird that everything inside here was either a hot dog on a stick, or ice cream. Like there was no other food but hot dogs. So now here's the other thing that's very interesting. See how that lady on the right has a cart? I have a cart with a Mr. X. But they also have places on the right coming up here that you could drop stuff off. Like a holding tank almost, if you will. But for most people, since it's such a big area, everybody had their little cart with them. See, like that cart right there? Like I had one that was maybe 1.5 times the size of that. So, you know, just different little things here and there. Watch out for the mirrors. And, you know, I'm looking for odd things. Like, see those lighters? I mean, now these were kind of expensive. $18 for one of those old school. Remember Joe Camel? Like, fuck that. Old postcards, things like that. I found an old, like, 70s postcard from Knott's Berry Farm, that chicken place I always go into. Ashtrays from Las Vegas, because it's about a quarter of the way to Las Vegas. Well, obviously, I'm not going to pay $18 for that. There is the Mr. X cart, equipped with a cooler and charcuterie and everything else. And you see there, Mr. X has already bought something. That's right. a VHS camcorder. That's right. I got a VHS camcorder that you actually put the VHS tape into. This isn't very long here, so just stick with me. It's another minute or so. Like I said, this whole thing will be played later. Now I'm all the way at the back of the room. And I'm saying here, this is where they had a candy maze during the fair. I know it looks like all one giant blur. Johnny, there was you ever see those things where they put the cakes in? It's kind of like, it's see-through on top. Like they'd have pies or cakes. I don't know what it's called. They had one of those. I was thinking about getting it for you. They were asking $10 for it. But they might have these at a dollar store too. But I was like, well, if I get this for $5, I probably could have got it for $5. Then I got to get it to you. And it's probably more expensive to ship it to you than you could just go and get one on your own. But anyways, it was kind of like a nice display for cakes. Something you use at a party. I didn't end up buying it. At some of these points coming up, though, I was kind of starting to run out of room, too. So, and I didn't want to do any shipping. So let's see if I could see the cake thing. There it is right in the middle there, but it's not very clear. But, yeah, I got all kinds of stuff. So the goal for going to this kind of place, there's Pink's Hot Dog, very famous place in West Los Angeles. If you watch Jackass, this is the place that always has a giant line in front of it, but they have, obviously, you can get just a specialized Pink's Hot Dog at the fair or any kind of special events like this. But, yeah, Brad Pitt got kidnapped in front of the actual real-life Pink's Hot Dog for a bit for Jackass, but I had a Pink's Hot Dog while I was there. It was really good. And I'm making my way back up to the front. I'm almost done with it. And there were some real deals there. $3 Blu-rays. And then I told the guy, if I buy 10 of them, will you sell them for $20? Now, this is more kids junk and stuff like that and teddy bears. Not really anything that's up my alley. But old pulley systems. I mean, not a lot of tools or anything like you would see in the Antelope Valley swap meet. I'm not sure what the difference between a flea market, a thrift area, or a swap meet really is, but kind of the same thing. There's Pink's right there. And that's it for now. So those will go live later. And you could watch the whole video with the audio and all that kind of stuff. They're already uploaded. But yeah, I got a lot of really cool things there. And the idea, like I keep saying, of going there was to be able to purchase things for the upcoming movie. Apparently, the movie is not happening, according to some people, but I'm buying props and stuff. One of the things I was looking for was old tube TVs, and there were not a lot of TVs there. Let me get back in the chat as I get ready here, get the mask back on. There's not enough lobster to warn me for killing it. Pink wiener. That's right. I'll tell you, the Pinks, if you ever go to the one in one, there's always a line in front of the one in West Hollywood or Hollywood, whatever you want to call it. They're one of the few places that sells cold Yoo-hoo in the bottle, including the strawberry Yoo-hoo, which you don't even see. You see regular Yoo-hoo in stores, but there's nothing like getting cold Yoo-hoo and a hot dog on a hot LA day. And it was hot over there at the LA Fairplex too. It definitely was hot there. There certainly wasn't as many people there for Thriftapalooza, which is something that goes around the country. Obviously, those vendors don't go around the country, but the event goes around the country. But a lot of different items, but I was specifically looking for something in particular. Now, where is my sunglasses? It's giving you PTSD. This is like when Mean Green and a bunch of other people did their, Dana Nicole, I think, was involved in it, did their dealio, where they went to all these different places. So I got a bunch of different things to show. Obviously not that. What the fuck is going on here? Stay there. So it's like show and tell. Obviously I got this. You saw this. Got it for a few dollars. I got all these little signs. I'm not sure when or how I'm going to use them. Maybe I'll send them to somebody else who's a streamer. But these are like all $2. There's 4 or 5 of them. You get something like that. Something I was looking for was an old VHS-C. VHS-C is the small version that goes into a larger version of a VHS camcorder. So here is an actual working VHS camcorder VHS-C. I got a quick little story about VHS-C that I think you guys might find amusing. The first ever doxing in probably 1999, okay? There was a guy, this is a fucking true story, a guy named Chris. Everybody was above 18. You remember the first digital cameras? They were like this big, and you slide a floppy disk in it, 3.5-inch floppy disk, and then you take it, then you put the disk into the computer. Well, there was a guy that Jim knew, and Jim was not there. This guy and his girlfriend recorded themselves having sex on a VHS-C. The small VHS that you have to have the adapter, you put it into the bigger VHS, and then you put that into a VHS player. So the chick was on her back in this video. This is the first ever doxing, like in the late 90s. Don't worry, she was like 20 years old. She was holding the camera up like this. So what you could see in the camera view is her titties and her legs are open. I'm not trying to be too graphic here. I'm just explaining what it is. And at the end of the video was a guy looking up at the camera. So he would have been, let's do the revert. He would have looking up like this. He's looking up. Like he's between the girl's legs and he's looking up. Well, somehow in the late 90s, this guy crossed Jim, believe it or not. Jim got into another fight. And Jim happened to be over the house when this guy was talking. And don't forget, it was consensual between that guy and his girlfriend. They were showing it to people. Mr. X was not there. So what happens is Jim takes the digital slide and takes a photograph of it, and then puts the guy's phone number with a piece of tape on the bottom. And this guy, this isn't even funny, but it's fucking ridiculous. This guy was playing in a church softball league. Tell me if this sounds familiar. This is 27 years ago. 1999, 27 years ago. And Jim sent it out to everybody, if I'm not mistaken, on the softball team. Camera being held up, VHS-C, the guy's looking out, his dick's halfway in the chick, he's looking up, and then Jim takes a picture of the TV, and it's all squiggly looking, and puts the guy's number, this is way before there was ever a law for it, by the way, and emails it to the entire group. Needless to say, that guy was never a friend of mine ever again after that. Sound familiar? VHS-C. So I got some other things to share. I mean, nothing. Some things aren't that big of a deal, but like a back brace. I don't know if you guys could see that. One of those like working back braces where people who actually have a job and go to work. That was $1. That was actually added in with this for an extra $1. Not that bad. I'm always looking for props. Mr. X has the phone that everybody knows about. I saw one of these rotary phones for $40. $40 fucking dollars. It was the same person that was selling, if I may, this. Look, remember this? Hello? Mr. X. I got this for $2. Yeah, so I'm looking for old props. Look what they were asking for it. You got a bunch of cell phones over there. How about I give you $2? Where are they over there? Yeah, they're over there. I'll give you $2. Okay. I'll never show up. Hello? Eric Murphy? There you go. God, that's old. Look at that shit. I mean, look at how thick that is. Still got the battery on it, too. That'll be used. Then, of course, the same guy who sold me that first VHS-C, he actually gave me that second one. He's like, I bought this one off him for $10. What is this? It's another VHS-C. He's like, nobody's using these but you. That's right. Here's another one. Another VHS-C, and it's got the battery adapter and the leather case and all that kind of stuff. So 2 VHS-Cs, cameras, and they both work, $10. Don't forget, it was kind of expensive to get in there. Okay, let's bring that down. I'm making a pile of all my stuff, all the show and tell stuff. Now, the other thing, as you guys know, the character Kallax records himself in different eras of him talking about aliens. So he records himself with audio tapes. He records himself with video. He records himself in all these different eras. That's why I need all these different cameras. He continuously records himself. Well, he also records himself via audio. And with that being said, this guy wanted $30 for this. Remember these back in the day? I got this for $10. And here's the thing. I told the guy, I said, is there a place to plug this in? And he goes, oh, somewhere around there. And I was like, you want $30 for it? By the way, it's a Sharp. It's one of those ones that you record, but you push it down and you can record and all that. This goes back to the 70s. Okay. So it doesn't work when you plug it in. Well, I'm like, I don't give a fuck that much. It's just a prop. It doesn't need to work. So over the weekend, the Mr. X made his way down to the dollar store. And this also does AC and does battery DC. Okay? I think that's the way it works. Don't quote me. I don't want somebody making a fucking video. If you're making a video of my mistakes, you're a fucking idiot. So here's what happens. The plug-in doesn't work. The batteries do. So the batteries for this, it does play. I mean, I don't have a ton of cassettes, but I can see it's moving. And, it's got the counter. It's got all that stuff. It's got the plugins, the audio, everything you would, the light lights up, everything you would think it has. What a great prop. Because, I want to see that close-up. I want to see that wheel spinning as somebody's talking. The recording is talking. Or somebody recording it. Now I can. See, those are the kind of things that I'm looking for. Now, the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys is, well, what is this? Is this right here. Let me organize this a little bit here. There was a lady, she wanted $40 for this. Tell me if this doesn't look like Back to the Future. The original box. This is a Sharp VHS, not VHS-C, predating VHS-C, a VHS camcorder. We actually put the full tape in it. This is the one that I was looking for. Now, I don't know if this works. I'm going to assume that it doesn't. It's got a battery. It's never even been opened. And just like the movie, there it is. You put the full VHS in there, just like the movie Back to the Future. I think this works. She said it works. I haven't tried it yet, but the idea is that this is on a tripod and Kallax has recorded himself. Now, I would record it in a high-end video and degenerate the video and make it look like shit. But the idea of this, just existing and being a prop. I've been looking for one of these for a long time. There's a lot of VHS-C, a lot of 8mm video, that is, not 8mm film. There's a lot of these out there, but there's not a lot of the full-on VHS one. That's the one that I wanted. And I got it. And the last little thing that I got was something I thought was cool. By the way, here's the battery for it. You hear the clankety clank, clank, clank. Don't forget our guy Kallax there is a special guy. He is a guy that is an atomic veteran that spent a lot of time in Las Vegas. And he's obviously a cancer survivor, a cancer patient. And so I was looking for ashtrays, and specifically Las Vegas ashtrays. Like I said at the beginning of this, these are things that you can find when you're in and around Las Vegas. That doesn't even exist anymore. The Riviera. There it is. Jim would know something about that. An ashtray from the Riviera. I think it's from the 70s. There it is. I was looking for something like that. I found that. And then, of course, for those people who are into the Las Vegas history, I don't know if you could see this or not, but there is the era of Las Vegas history with the mob. Everybody remembers that. But the people who got the mob out, or the person that got the mob out, is actually, and here it is, and I thought this would be adequate for it, and I don't know if you could see it or not. It says a Howard Hughes Hotel. So with that being said, it'll say the Desert Inn, a Howard Hughes Resort. So This is a kind of different era, and it's in gold. I don't know if you probably can't see it that well, but a different era, and that's something we wanted as well that would kind of sell it. Even if it's just something where it's like it kind of passes it quick. You know, these I think I got 2 of these for $5, and they had a bunch of them too. But I wanted places that no longer exist. Desert Inn and the Riviera no longer exist. So there it is. And I thought it was pretty cool. So those are all the things that I got. I'm really happy with the trip. There were a few other things that really don't have to do with the movie or whatever, like my little man right here. But why not get a few things and, you know, get things situated for this movie as we get closer and closer to the D-Day, as we call it. Now, I'm going to take my glasses off because it's getting real hot here. Oh, one more quick thing. I mentioned postcards, and I thought that this is very adequate, too. Oh, my God. It's hot here in L.A. Old-ass postcard, as you can see. And this, I have a bunch of postcards about atomic bombs and stuff like that from the 1950s. This is a postcard. This is where I always go, Knott's Berry Farm, to that chicken place. I've gone live from there before. This is from the 1970s. So it kind of still looks like that. And Knott's Berry Farm's still a place. And this isn't specifically for the movie or anything. It was like $2, but I just thought it was like, I always go there. That's it. So I ended up getting that too. I thought it was pretty cool. So anyways, that's it. Show and tell is over for now. That's right. So some cool different things. I think Johnny and, you know, they would like that kind of stuff. I mean, I know that a lot of you guys thrift shop, but when I'm doing thrift shopping, it's specifically, you know, for movies. You know, you see those things on barns that have, I don't know what it's called, but it's got almost like a hook and then like a pulley system so you can get hay up to the top of it. They had like all kinds of shit like that. Like really old weathered ones of those. I was like, I don't have a use for that, but that's pretty cool. You know, not all of it was clothes and, you know, junky stuff. I got 10 Blu-rays for $20. I got every single Hunger Game Blu-ray, which I like the series. Oh, remember the Split series? Split, Unbreakable, and what's the other movie? Split, Unbreakable, and Glass. Got all those. Jurassic Park 3D. They're all Blu-rays. The Green Inferno. All kinds of different movies. Not bad. $2 for a Blu-ray is tough to beat. So I don't even think I spent more than $100. Texas Granny says, I love thrift cards. I like the postcard. I love them. Yeah, and I thought about going live there, but you know, it's kind of, it has nothing to do. I don't think anybody would go into Laverne and pay to park and then show up. Well, they did that. I didn't think anybody would do that to go into a convention and they'll pay to show up to, you know, to serve. But I don't think anybody would go that far out of their way. So it's not about service or being served or anything. It's about, I don't think the signal would have been very good. And I'm in there. And I wanted to get back to LA at a certain time too. So I just decided just to record it. And if you want to see some of that stuff, and there are 2 or 3 minute videos that, like I said, it's already uploaded. It'll come on later tonight. There was another super sticker that came in. It's Jeremy M. This is the stuff that I like, Mr. X. Yes. Speaking Jeremy M., if you get an opportunity to watch one of the discs that I sent you, you got the Live Evil disc, the old school one, the original one, which is probably a collector's item at this point, and you got the Visions of Horror. The movie that is our movie on there is Hooligans Valley. Hooligans Valley, there was a disc that had 100 trailers on it from a distribution company called Something Weird Video. The guy who did the voiceover at the beginning of that is a guy named Ray Dennis Steckler, who's now dead. He had a store in Las Vegas. He did, his voice is the voice in the opening that's like Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. It sounds like I'm speaking in a different language if you don't know these movies. But his voice is one of the voices at the beginning of the movie is very, he's kind of, I don't want to say very known, but he's known for the incredibly strange creatures that became teenage zombies or whatever. He directed Wild Guitar, Blood Shack. He directed a lot of those films back in the 60s, 70s. I think he worked with Ed Wood at one point, but he does the voiceover. he had a little video store in Las Vegas. Actually had some porno videos in there as well. But, and I think he recorded that in 2004 or 5. But it's all those kind of movies. Arch Hall Jr., who did EGA and Wild Guitar and all that, and we've talked about that. We got the rights for the song Twist Fever for that little short film. Lon Chaney Jr., The Alley, which was top of the line for that time frame. It's on film and it looks great. It's one of the best looking movies that I've ever done. So, well, not as good as The Meltdown. That's on 35. I went to a college antique store. There was used postcards on the back of the wall. One was a breakup letter. Who does that? I don't know. Not me. I didn't do nothing. Sometimes you could find some of those old, I saw things, Squirrel Shark, I think your name is, that were like old headshots, old actors' headshots. I'm going to come off camera here because it's getting real hot. Old actors' headshots. And I don't know who the fuck any of the people were, but they were on there. And we've been hanging around about 215. You know, we drop up and down. If you're looking for hater stuff, if you're looking for trash talking, let me tell you this show's not going to be for you. This one is not for you. So if you're hearing, if you're wanting to hear stories about Watcher Crazy being a loser or hear a repeat of that, yeah, this one's not going to be for you. So sorry about that, but not sorry. Like I said, I've been trying to get away from that stuff. So, and it's weird. You're saying that, is Fast Eddie's Squirrel Sandwich 999? Mr. Expose, you might go on Avatar cutting out some. I'm going to stay on Avatar for a little bit, Texas Granny. Thank you for that. I don't know. I don't know who Squirrel Sandwich is. That's a newer person here on YouTube, so it doesn't really, you know, you see these new people pop up every so often. But then again, I did encourage people to kind of change their screen name so they wouldn't get harassed or, you know, any of that kind of stuff. So, I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't want to judge anybody. Mr. X got to be dyslexic. Yeah, I don't know. Can you hear me okay? Let's see what's up right now. Can you guys hear me coming in? Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're getting a call coming in. Let me grab the call here. Go ahead, you're live. What's up?
Hey, there's no sound.
Wow, that is very weird.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Okay, I'm still live here. I don't know why you can't hear me.
We can see the avatar moving like you're talking, but we can't hear you.
Okay, so I'm going to unplug the avatar. Testing 1, 2, 3. How about now? Can you hear me better now?
No.
Wow, that's so weird.
Oh, wait. Barbara came, she said. So
okay.
Let me turn me back up, probably because I'm on the phone. Yeah, they're saying they can hear you now. So
okay, so yes, you can hear me now. This is Texas Granny, by the way, who's coming on. I'm not sure. Maybe I bumped the computer and it knocked the mic out a little bit. This is a brand new mic, so it should be working fine. But I have sound on the phone, Texas Granny. Okay, so.
Okay. Bye-bye.
That's right. Yeah, sometimes I talk faster than I read. That's right, Donkey Dick. Not dyslexic. I just go through it on my own real fast. Thanks for sticking with me. There we go. We're doing better now. Okay, good. Thank you for calling in. Yeah, if there's ever an issue like that, let me know. So I got through all the LA Fairgrounds, the FIFA third place game, yada, yada, yada. There was a pretty crazy story out there. I got to share this with you. It's almost even hard to believe that this exists, but it is a true thing. And I'll try to keep an eye on the chat. Thank you, Texas Granny, for that. Always feel free to call in if something goofy like that happens. I'll tell you what, I deleted a lot of the court case stuff. All that stuff is off my computer. Got rid of it all. I mean, it's all uploaded to the attorney portal's website anyway. So it's like, what do I need this stuff for? So this is a fucking great story. There was a guy that was cleaning up these porta potties, okay? Patriot porta potty. And he noticed there was something different. This guy, or something amiss, let's just say it that way. He walks up to the porta potty and the guy's locked in there and he says he needs more time. He's like, listen, we're cleaning these porta potties out in 20 minutes. You got less than 10 minutes. and we're moving him. And he wouldn't leave. Well, look at this. The guy went in and got stuck. That's his fucking head. He got stuck in the turdy reservoir section of the porta potty toilet. The cops came. They had to fucking cut him out. Now, why did he go in there? That's legit. It's him. Look at him. Fucking idiot. They had to cut his ass out. So why did he go in there? He said he was retrieving a bottle of Mountain Dew. What was in that bottle? You know, unless there was buried treasure in that bottle. Why would you go into that turdy area to get, I mean, it's got to be drugs in there, or he was on drugs. But I don't think any human being would, I don't even know how you fit in there. Speaking of that, I'm trying to buy one of those pretty soon. They're about $400 or $500 used. But yeah, I mean, this guy was just fucking, he couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it either. He's looking, there's the Mountain Dew right there. Well, we'll hear a little bit from him.
After it was cut open, the man was able to exit the toilet. Fire department did hook up water to their truck and gave him a free shower.
They had to spray the shitty guy off.
Long story short, horrible situation. Thank you to the Kansas City, Missouri Fire Department and Police Department for all the help.
I mean, if you have those new ones, like the ones that he has, the gray ones, like a brand spanking new porta potty. I know it's a fascinating topic, but they're like $1,600. And then as they, they get down like the green ones or the little shitty blue ones that are on construction sites, some are $400 or $500 used, but they're clean. They have some that are only women that don't have the urinal one, but you want the urinal so men and women could use it. But, then again, I think women don't want to sit down and have like a pissy thing right by their eyes. So I can understand. They also have the handicap ones, but anywhere from $400 or $500 used, most of them around $700 used, up till, how much? $1,600, $1,700 brand new. But we're talking, you cut into one of those that are used. I mean, that's $700, $800. Every one that you rent one for a week, it's $100.
Watch out falling into toilets.
That's right. Thank you, New York Post, for stealing that from somebody on Instagram. So, yeah, pretty shitty. We have talked about Amanda in Australia. She has found it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and advise Amanda from Australia not to do this, but she has found a quokka encounter. For those who have been watching Mr. X News Network, I have talked about the quokka and wanting to meet one. It does appear the zoo in Sydney, Australia, it has a bunch of encounters where you could pet, meet them, and feed them. They have a quokka encounter. But here's the thing. You got to pay $150 for the quokka encounter. Usually you go with somebody, so you're not there by yourself. And then you got to pay to get in the zoo. Look at him. There, look at the kid. Look, he's having a great time with a quokka. But it does exist. So I was telling Amanda, if you went with a friend, it's $150 a person, then you got to pay whatever it costs to get into the zoo, which even kids are $20. And I'm assuming that there's parking. I mean, don't go and spend $500 on a quokka, unless you're going to, take the quokka home. But look at him. I also read something on the site that you're not allowed to pet them, but in the videos, they're petting them. So, just to sit in a little set with them and feed them. Fuck that. I can go to a petting zoo. I want to pick them up. I want to snuggle them. I want to get some photographs. If they're happy animals and they're not hurting anybody, why can't I get a photograph of me, Mr. X, being cute with one? But yeah, Amanda, I would suggest not going and meeting the quokka. Yeah, it's not worth it. But they are pretty cute. Yeah, I'll give you that. I like them. There it is. There she is. But yeah, this does exist. Have you ever been to that zoo, Amanda? I don't know. Pretty hardcore. Quokka encounter. And they have some other encounters as well. See that $149 person, maximum 3 guests. I can't remember. I saw some other encounters. Yeah, here they are. This is the handicap encounter. That's the one that I like, the hyena encounter. Yeah, go ahead, son. Put your finger in there and you'll come back without a finger. What is that? The meerkat one? I had a muskrat. I don't know what the fuck. Capybara. We've talked about that. I don't like snakes, but I don't dislike them. Crocodile encounter. I remember at Busch Gardens back in the day, you were able to ride a elephant. Koalas are kind of mean. But here's the thing, the koalas and the kangaroos, I mean, it seems like those are all over Australia. Squirrel monkeys, they're cute and fun. But, you know, I mean, this rhino encounter seems like a horrible idea. Red panda encounter, lion encounter, tiger encounter. I'd go with the quokka one. There it is. There's the kid with the quokka. But we talked about it. Giraffe encounter. Yeah, you get to feed them. I want to ride them. That's me. It's just me. I don't know. I'm crazy like that. So there you go, Amanda. Thank you for sending that over. Don't go to it. It's not worth it. It's too expensive. You know, I don't know what that is in Australia money because you said you'd go with a friend. 150, 300. You got to pay to get in. I'm assuming that's 40 or 50 bucks. 400 parking. I'm assuming 15, 20 bucks. Maybe it's free, but because parking costs money in LA no matter what. But, you know, we're talking next thing you know, you're spending $500 to pet a little mouse, large mouse looking thing. I mean, it's just not worth it. Although I would love the footage, but, Steph is here too. Steph, what's going on with you? What's going on? I don't understand what's going on here. Steph, you talked about you're going to be cool because you spoke to my mom. You've never spoke to my mom. My mom's never been on a show. I'm assuming that you think Texas Granny is my mom. Texas Granny is not my mom. And Texas Granny's not even physically old enough to be my mom. So I don't know what you were talking about. And then there were people on your page giving you like mental diagnosis. I mean, you're welcome to call in. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but yes, every once in a while you'll break off, and I'm not trying to single you out, but I just saw this and I responded to you, and I'm not mad at you. You're welcome here. I mean, obviously we want you here. We like hearing from you, but I don't understand this, like where you got this from. Maybe it's just a misunderstanding, but it seems like we've had a couple of these misunderstandings before. It's not a huge deal. I mean, it's not like I'm mad or anything. It doesn't hurt anybody, but it's like, it's kind of off. It's like way off in left field. Now, I would think that maybe that happened is because you were smoking weed or something. But, I mean, it's so far off. And, I mean, you've been around long enough that you would know that Texas Granny's not my mom. I mean, I don't have any family in Texas. So that's number one. You know, I mean, I'm sure Texas Granny is a great mom and a great grandma, and she'd be great to have as a mom. But, you know, yeah, I think that that's what's going on. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah. I don't know. And I mean, if there's some mental health thing going on, or she's, you know, going through something or just misinformed or whatever, I'm not making fun of her, but it's like, there was another one where she said she was talking to me. It's kind of like my Carol H a little bit or something. And she wasn't talking to me. I don't know. She's a nice lady, and I wanted to have her around Barbara Buffalo, but I just don't know what's happening there. And hopefully it's not some kind of, you know, issue. Watch out, Mr. X. Well, what could she do? Yeah, well, she's not a fan of Texas Granny. Well, yeah, I mean, not everybody needs to get along. I mean, Texas Granny isn't known for being mean to people or anything. I don't ever recall her saying that much mean stuff to people over the last couple years. I don't know. So moving on from my little news here, I'm on number 7. Academy Museum is having a horror movie theme starting in September. Everybody, whatever, if they have anything that can get you in the Halloween spirit, and I can tell you this, I'm seeing a ton of things already out for Halloween. I saw a Halloween store, and it wasn't a spirit store. It was a spirit style store, but it was called something else, driving out to that location this weekend. I can't remember the name of it. I was going to take a picture of it from the car, and I just didn't get it in time. But yeah, they're starting Halloween in late July, early August now. But did Steffi get blocked? I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. So I don't think so. I didn't block her. So homegrown fell in love with Steffi. Well, they're the right age. I mean, that makes sense. One smokes weed, one drinks. Makes sense. There was a pretty hardcore arrest on Fremont Street the other day. I mean, this is happening a lot. It's not good. I mean, you see Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas. People are getting in trouble. People are getting beat up. You know, I think part of what's happened is I deleted some of my cookies, and I'm having to re-sign into everything. Like I'm re-signing into Facebook, and it's fucking acting weird. And that's my computer's acting weird. So stuff going on recently here, including a fight that's going to be coming up, and I'll be talking about it at the In-N-Out burger in Tempe, Arizona. I know, it's crazy. There's fights all over the place. Have Jeremy or Eric Murphy asked the question, have you seen the movie Obsessed with Idris Elba and Beyonce? No, I have not seen it. I mean, she's got to be like 20 years younger than him. No. But, I mean, I think I would like it. I mean, I like Idris Elba. Beyonce, she's okay. I mean, not super into her. I mean, she was good in the Austin Powers movie, but much younger at that point. I have not seen that movie, and I'm actually not even familiar with it. So, but I appreciate you asking. Is it a good movie? I don't know. That's right. It's very good. Okay. Well, maybe it's something I would like. You know what movie I just watched the other day, Eric Murphy, was Army of Darkness, the Evil Dead movie. That movie didn't do very well. Actually, that movie was filmed not too far from my property out there in the Antelope Valley, even though it's supposed to be like medieval times. Here, let me bring this up real quick. A fight on Fremont Street. Big shock. And it gets into a point of something that I like. Here you go. I've literally taken video in that exact spot of somebody else getting arrested. Here's the Metro Police arrested. And they get arrested and they get taken away. Okay? You ever see somebody like this getting thrown on the ground by the cops? I mean, I can understand the urgency to want to record it. I would probably just suggest getting away from it. But I like what this girl says at the end here.
Yeah, here, bitch. Hit the bitch.
Not that.
The bitches.
Hey, bro. Show up one in jail, though. So sorry.
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do anything. There it is. There it is. That's where Mr. X learned it.
In jail, though. So sorry.
I didn't do anything.
Oh. Got taken away. So that they're going, if I'm not mistaken, that's the Californian right there. And I've been in there too. And that there's the parking Taj Mahal behind them as well. But you don't want to go one or two streets off Fremont Street. It starts getting pretty bad. People whipping out their dicks and taking a piss on the ground. I mean, it's not like there's casinos with bathrooms everywhere. I don't know why you'd have to do that, but maybe these people have gotten thrown out. But yeah, a lot of fighting, a lot of shenanigans recently. Not good. Not good. You see a fight in some of these areas, my suggestion would be to get far, far away from it, because when these kind of fights break out, somebody ends up getting shot. And you don't want to be anywhere around there when people are shooting each other. Now, getting back in some things that I like, you know, sometimes I recycle this stuff, but, you know, I really love this site, Attractions 360. And every so often they have something new. And when they have something new, I got to share it and do my fair use commentary. But obviously there is a alpine coaster. And I've talked about these a lot. And the idea of having like a horror, almost like a haunted house. You're going down an alpine coaster and people are popping out. But I always thought like with an alpine coaster, you're just out in the world. There's no cover. So, you know, people could touch you. You know, you're subject to the elements. What if it had a cover? Well, this one actually does have a cover. And this one's in Austria or some bullshit country. I don't know where the Nazis were at or whatever. But so, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I like alpine coasters. I mean, you don't see them too much in the U.S., although there is one up in Big Bear. But the cool thing about this one is it does have the cover. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I remember us trying to get Leanne to go on one of those, but she was too cheap. She'd rather get served than be brought into court. But you'll see it here in a second where they catch up with it, that they put on the top. This guy's got a little GoPro like the Mr. X. There's the top of it. See, this is what I was talking about. So, like, I'm talking about it like it doesn't exist. And then a year later, I see it does exist. And I'm like, well, why would you want a top on it if it was kind of like a scare ride? Well, they could throw shit at you. I mean, it would be terrifying if they were hitting you with water balloons or hitting it with sticks or whatever, not to break the glass, but enough just to startle you, but not actually hit you. And there's like a little opening in the back so you would hear stuff. But it's pretty damn cool. I mean, you could basically go down this in all weather. I wouldn't want to fly off the track or anything, but I could see why people would prefer not to have this, because it almost looks like you're in an airplane. But I mean, when these things start hauling ass, maybe you do want it on so you don't fall off. They start off kind of slow, and then they just start taking off. Well, he's going up a hill right now, but getting pulled up. There it is. See, you have a little creepy man pop out of one of those trees or something like that. That'd be a lot of work to do it over and over again as people are coming down there. And it might be snowing in that area in October too. And maybe Austria doesn't have as big of a Halloween as we do, but it's a pretty cool thing. Every so often, man, you see one of these new ones pop up. I mean, you can make this real spooky going through the woods with lighting. I don't know. I know they had one in going through the tunnel there. There's a culvert. I'm looking for one of those. But they had one in, I think, Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg that was a horror movie themed one. So they do exist. Definitely do exist. Looks fun, but I mean, that thing's like $20. It's not like it's cheap, I loved Orange County, Beverly, Atlanta, and New Jersey, says Rainbow Melon. That's right. So, we see a lot of kids these days. Well, adults acting like kids. I mean, maybe I'm not mutually exclusive to this. I can understand that. But I saw something today that I don't know if you guys would like, but this is definitely a Gen Z thing. And I think I'm going to be talking about Gen Z a lot here. And what is this? Well, it looks like a blanket, right? Blanket you go to sleep at. Snuggle blanket. No, this is for adults. I guess kids, it could be for kids too. But adults are using it. And while you're in bed, if you're having problems going to sleep, you could start coloring your blanket. This is a great idea for kids, but like adults are using this. Look at it. Look at this lady. I mean, she's going all in. So here's your coloring, monkey. Go, do this before you go to sleep. Now, obviously, she doesn't have a man with her. Look at her. I don't think she has all her teeth. But, actually it does look like a pretty cool quilt. I don't know, maybe they have adult ones, but these are people that I think never grew up. But what I'd like to do is like to watch something, I'm kind of start getting tired, start dazing off. Then I'm like, okay, I'm getting tired. I'm not staying awake for this movie or this television show anymore. Now I'm going to go to sleep. But apparently there are people out there that want a fucking a coloring bed sheet before they go to sleep. I don't know. It's a different world out there, and I think I'm going to be proving that a little bit more here in a moment. I don't know. I don't know who would like that. Rainbow Melon might like that. And maybe that's a thing that you do with the kids. Like your grandma made Rainbow Melon, you get the blankie, one kid, draws on it, another kid draws on it, and then you color it in. Like you're going to have the whole family do it. I don't know. That would be cool to do that with binge watching Netflix. Okay, Raven, but how? Okay, maybe. How would you color it and then watch the Netflix at the same time? I don't know. Why would I color? I don't know. There's something, to hang out with the grandkids when they get older. They might want to color. You want to color. Grandma and me did this together. I don't know. What do I know? I don't have any grandkids. I don't know nothing. I didn't do nothing. So a lot of people have been asking me I've had 2 people ask me this. It's not a lot of people. I don't want to overstate anything. What do I think happened down south after the loss came in? Let me just say it that way. And I was sent a video of what somebody believes happened after the loss happened. Now, I'm not saying that this is what happened. I'm saying this is somebody's interpretation of what happened. Now, let me say this. What happened on Wednesday of last week was a perfect example of Gen X versus Gen Z. Gen Z, everything is feelings, everything is a bunch of bullshit, and everything is no proof. And Gen X, up in your face, no bullshit, yada, yada, yada. Well, there's a lot of goofy stuff going on. And I'm allowed to have an opinion. I'm not making fun of anybody. This is a national news story. God bless these cops, man. You know, I'm a big fan of law enforcement, as you guys know. But as you could see, this is at some university. This happened on February 5th, 2025, so a little bit over a year ago. And this person is being unruly and out of control. Somebody said that this is what it would have been like down south after the loss came in. I'm not saying that. Somebody said that to me. But the reason I'm showing it is not to make fun or make light or point at anybody, but is to show this is what's happening with this Gen Z generation. I don't see a lot of Gen X. I don't see a lot of baby boomers with not the identity part of this. And again, I'm allowed to have my opinion. I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm not being disrespectful to anybody. But this unruliness. See, Gen X is in your face unruly. This is being an adult baby unruly. And this is what I think, potentially, this is what somebody else think, might have happened. The cop shows up, tries to close down this, shut down this person a little bit, and this happened.
We'll get OPD down here then, because I gotta work this stolen vehicle.
What do you mean OPD?
So there's a stolen vehicle. This person is getting accused, and some things happen.
Alpha 73 University.
Alpha 73.
Can we get another unit to deal with Jay Lee here? He is having a breakdown.
Yeah, that's what's happening, folks, in the world. Yeah. And you know, I thought about this over the weekend a little bit. You know, I'm definitely of the understanding that hardcore name calling probably shouldn't be used, even though I am Gen X and I came up in a generation where that was okay and that was almost even allowed and encouraged. And it's not 1980 or not 1990. You know, you see the things that I got that make it look like I'm surrounding myself with the past, stuff from the 80s and 90s. And I could respect giving people their space and their respect, but I also can understand that the police officer has a job to do. And this person here, we'll call them a they, them, is very unruly and, you know, needs to be dealt with.
Just say the right pronoun!
What'd you say?
7351.
Get down on the ground right now.
No!
You're about to get sprayed.
No!
Get down on the ground right now.
Leave me alone!
I can come in there.
Leave me alone, please!
This is exactly, and I don't know what this Union West College is, or it actually says UCF downtown. So that's University of Central Florida. So that must be something, I don't know, a mailroom for them or something. I'm not 100% sure. When I went to college, and I've talked about St. Leo University, a Benedictine Catholic university, you know, there were obviously monks there. There were atheists, there were Jewish people. And granted, this is the late 90s into the early 2000s. But I hear a lot of people these days discussing colleges and colleges being a waste of time and a waste of money and too liberal and this and that. This didn't exist then. If these kind of people, and no disrespect, I'm not trying to say it in a mean way, if this existed, they certainly weren't around anywhere I was at. Now, I applied to UCF. I almost went to UCF. I got accepted to UCF. I was thinking about transferring there. I did not. I was afforded more opportunities and more money going where I went to. So I don't know, but this is very much, in my opinion, babying. And, you know, at some point, you know, the law enforcement needs to do their job. And you know, and I can't say that I didn't enjoy this a little bit.
Give me your hand. Gonna get it again this time.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Leave me alone. Give me your hand.
You know, if I was in that scenario and I was being accused of something, and even if I was 100% not guilty, I'd just comply with the officer. Even if the officers were wrong, I just comply with them. I wouldn't say nothing. It's very hard for me not to say anything, you know, when people are calling you a P3 in a court case. But, you know, in this scenario, I understand they got their job, and I'd be okay with that. Obviously, if they followed me into a blood bank and tried to get my medical information, I might have a problem with it. But just in this scenario, I mean, they have a reasonable cause. And it just is what it is. But this is what's out there, folks, in the world right now. This is what exists. This is what's out there.
I'm trying. I'll stand up. Can I have my phone? Oh, I can't get up. You said you didn't say it, right? Yes. Yeah.
And he's telling the police officer what to do, or she, or they, them, or whatever. I'm not trying to be funny here, but you're not going to get a job with blue hair. You're not going to get a job with that kind of an attitude, And look at the shape this police officer is. He's serving. He's doing something that is commendable. Folks, there's just a lot of mental health issues out there. I mean, that's the truth. That there's just a lot of people with different mental. I mean, I'm being accused of having mental health issues. I'm not. I'm very clear-minded in what I want to say and what I want to do. I have it all organized and scheduled out. Sometimes I got too many things going on in my mind. I'm controlling too many things at once. But the bottom line is, there's just a lot of people out there with problems, and it's just the best thing to do with these kind of people and their problems is stay far away from them, like I said before. Speaking of St. Leo and some of the other stuff, this all kind of runs together. There is a train of thought here. There is a place across the street from St. Leo called the St. Leo Abbey. There's some monks and people that are buried there. It looks like this. It's a grotto, okay? And you can see that right there. And they have different services. And like I said, people are there. When I first saw this little area, a filming location, as I would call it, I was like, this looks really cool. And it was overgrown and it was old. I mean, it looked bad as it does here 25 years ago when I was in college. More than that. I think I shot a short film in this area. Now you see at the top where that bell is, I got footage, maybe not the complete top, but pretty high up. When I already had my knee was already blown out, and I jumped down on Jim's back, jackass style, off the top of that thing in a short film I did in 1999. Yep, it was off the right side. I jumped off on Jim's back. So I saw this pop up for the St. Leo Abbey, and I'm like, I wonder if they even know that there was a little action movie shot back there. People are praying, and there's open baptismals, and it's probably sacrilege to some extent, and people are beating each other up with fake blood and Caro syrup. Not much has changed since that time frame, I can tell you that. The Caro syrup is still being used, and people are still jumping on each other's backs. But pretty nuts. Yeah, and speaking of it, I mentioned it earlier, and I have this in my notes as ironically under 13. The JimTerryTV.com website is gone. I guess all these haters, and this isn't about Jim, this is more about the haters that are saying that, that was all fake and all bullshit for the court case. Well, now that you see that the OTT is gone and 5 weeks have gone by, do you believe it now? It's kind of confirmed with the site being down. I talked about this at the top of the show, even though I have this listed as number 13. NightOwlNetwork.com. I asked the chat to tell me where NightOwlNetwork.com comes and or goes to when you click it. NightOwlNetworkTV.com, that is, and it'll bring you to Mr. Expose You Here, Mr. X News Network on YouTube. So it has been forwarded to my channel here because I never had any opportunity to send it to anybody. It was never really asked for, and then that'll be gone in November. Also, the Jim Terry TV Rumble is gone. I took it off my StreamYard a couple weeks ago, and I've been asked over and over again if I took it down. I didn't do nothing. All I know is I have all the shows back up, and I know this is why I'm bringing up that Rumble channel, that I do have a Rumble channel of my own. It's got nothing on it. But at some point, I would like to activate that Rumble channel and kind of put it to my StreamYard. So just in case something crazy happens here, because I've been told by different people that I'm getting struck all the time. I don't know what for. I mean, I guess somebody could strike for the little commentary I had earlier, say this is a fighting or this or that. I mean, I'm sure you could strike for anything, but there's no doxing here. There's nobody, hurting anybody here. It's not like I'm reading out anybody's phone number here. So I've heard people are doxing. I still have the newsletter. I do plan on setting up the Rumble. I don't think I need to go over to the Rumble because of the style of the content. Some of these haters might find it boring. Yeah, pretty much an end of an era. It needed to happen. Tingle Booze, here's the thing I would tell you. Before I deleted all the court document stuff off of my desktop, I went back and watched I think it's March 26th, The Half Sister. I watched like the first hour of it. And it was just, I know that's not available anymore, but like I had to re-explain myself. I don't know if you guys remember that show, like 5 times to Jim, about emails that came in and who threatened who and how this happened at San Diego Comic-Con and what this was and me catching up at, and you could hear how visibly frustrated I was. And then Jim putting words into my mouth, things I didn't say. Then I correct him and all that stuff. So it's like, I re-listened to some of that and I was like, you know what? There were so many of those times where things were said that I didn't say. And that one show, especially at the beginning of it, I corrected him as much as humanly possible. But I was also remembering it as I was pulling up emails and contacting people. And by the way, I do got to mention this just for the sake of mentioning it. Speaking of San Diego Comic-Con, and just to kind of wrap this up, and I said that I wouldn't talk about some of this stuff. I did hear back from the attorney that is the counsel for San Diego Comic-Con. His name is John Jekyll, like Jekyll and Hyde. I'll even tell you the name of the limited liability partnership, the law firm. It's Pillsbury, Winthrop, Shawn, and Pittman. John Jekyll counsel I spoke to. Hey, Mr. X, thanks for the update regarding everything with the court case. I'll relay everything to the Comic-Con team. I'm sure they will be pleased to hear that this chapter is now closed. So I gave them an update. I told them about everything. I gave them 5 different points of what happened on how the case lasted 120 days. The case was dismissed. The San Diego cadet part of it with Sergeant Morello in case they ever needed to speak to him. The thing with the process server and the medical interference at WonderCon, which don't forget WonderCon and San Diego Comic-Con are underneath the same nonprofit organization. And then the potential next step in the future, and if I would ever need to reach out to them. So that's it. And they did respond to me today. So, and now I can get rid of that email for good. So I don't think I'll need it again. You never know. Let me get back in the chat here. I'm reading a bunch of notes. Rainbow Melon says, interesting. Like Jekyll and Hyde. Well, here's a great thing, though, Tingle Booze. You still got this idea of, okay, well, you don't have to pay $30 anymore or $12.99 for Night Owl Network. If Jim goes on live 2 or 3 times a week, he goes on live. If I go on live 2 times a week, I go on live. Johnny's still doing his live. I mean, there's this idea that I'm not going anywhere else. I haven't really wanted to go anywhere else but Johnny's. I want to go to places I feel comfortable. The people that I like are over there, and I'm not going to get harassed. I'm not going to go and fight with Leanne on her show. I'm not going to go to a hater show like Eric Murphy and fight with a bunch of people I don't like. I want it to be a home field advantage. I want it to be around people that I like. Could I go on Steffi's show? I mean, I don't know a lot of people over there. Could I go on Traveling Fool's show? He's invited me before. Sure. I don't know any of the people over there. I believe I could probably go on Angel Gotti's show. I've never really had an issue with her. I think she lies, but I mean, if I really wanted to, I probably could. Who's really left? Belvie's gone. Christine's gone, and I'm not going to get myself in a situation where somebody can confront me and I have to go back and forth with people. So, I mean, I want to kind of have a little bit less of a workload too. It's nice to be able to jump up on Johnny's show after he's had an hour and a half in, and I can check in with people. I don't want to go live every night of the week. I've already done that for 3 years. So this idea that I'm not allowed to go to other places, you don't think that Leanne wouldn't have me on and allow me to talk about Jim? She probably would say no, because I destroyed her in court. But if she would let him on, I believe that there's a chance. I agree. And I 100% agree with you. It shouldn't be this stressful. It should be a good time. And some of these things too, it's like I'm an hour and 41 minutes in here right now. Not every piece of content that we do, that I do, is going to be for everybody. So you could fast forward it. You could watch it later. You could not watch it at all. And by the way, them saying last week's content, Friday or Thursday's content was very low. Let's not forget that was restricted because of the music that was played that was owned by WWE. And the known songs that were played over and over again. Now, when I was out of town, and obviously I didn't have a computer with me, I was on Johnny Yarborough's show on a phone, it jumped up to about 2,700. Now, probably what somebody's going to say is Mr. X purchased that. I did not. It does look bought. I have to admit that. But it certainly wasn't bought by me. I didn't bring a fucking computer with me. That's why I was on my phone when I came on Johnny's show. So I did see it jump up, but it wasn't me. But yeah, I don't think it should be stressful. I think it should be a way, some shows are going to be more over the top. Some shows are going to be more informative. Some shows are going to be more funny. I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag. But at least I get to spend 2 or 3 hours with you guys every week, get to catch up with you guys in different ways, tell you what's going on in my life. Yeah. Who was the hater? I missed it. So there you go. There is that. And, no matter what's being said about Friday's show was the highest monetized show I've had since returning to YouTube. Fact. By 40%. Okay? By 40%. So I saw something that was yuck, but I got to share it. I know this is, the moms out there aren't going to like this, but, I got to share this. Give me a second. I'm pulling some of these things up. Computer's going real slow. Fuck. And I know I took so much stuff off of it. It's just nice to shed all that stuff. Now, this is a cute cat. Reminds me of the Bug. This cat had a litter. Now, warning, the story may contain an image that may find some readers upset or could be sensitive about. There was a kitty that was born with a little birth defect. This kitty has 2 noses and 2 mouths. Now, apparently, it's kind of gross and sad, but apparently this kitty is still alive. What is it? I guess that just happens every so often, birth defects like that. But most people will never encounter a Janice kitten in their lifetime. No, I've never seen that. I always think about that television show where those 2 women that had their fucking heads connected and they were both school teachers, and then one of them wanted to get pregnant, and oh man. Yuck. It's pretty hardcore though. But life is interesting that way. So something bad happened on Sunset Boulevard, PZ. We've been talking about this. This is really bad stuff. And this happens in LA all the time. There was a giant water main that was Sunset and Holloway. Okay. And this keeps happening all over the city. A couple years ago, it happened at, I think, UCLA. I think all the 50s, like the newest pipes are, I'm sorry, all these pipes are from the 1950s. So, the Rocky and Bullwinkle survived. Everybody's happy about that. But yeah, a giant water pipe busted. This is right in that area. And I think I might even have gone up this hill to the right to be able to get that pad, the stunt pad. That's the Hollywood Hills on the right. But Sunset Boulevard, it had like a giant sinkhole. I mean, it's insane. So people are flying drones over it. And if you see those, that kind of city in the background, that is looking the opposite way. If I'm not mistaken, that's downtown LA, not Century City. But there was a giant sinkhole right in the middle of Sunset Boulevard. And you see the old pipes. It's just going to slowly happen all over the city until, I don't know how you retrofit that, or I guess just got to fix it. But some of these areas, I mean, the pipes are 100 years old. It's just going to happen. So I know PZ was talking on that show, and since I saw the aerial photos, like, you know what, I'm going to bring it up. Speaking of photos, I don't know. I've been looking for bunkers, and it seemed like I'm getting a lot of these kind of things in the email and in the messages. There's a guy on, I've showed it live before, Baker, California. It's halfway out, or 3/4 out the way out to Vegas, almost near Prim. This guy's got a bunker out there, and it is for EVs. You got an electric vehicle, you stop out there, and all solar powered, but it's an underground bunker. It looks pretty cool, but it's not anything I could use. And it's kind of covered up. It's just like it's one of those bunkers that is just like a square room. Just looks like a warehouse. I mean, it's underground, but it doesn't have that culvert looking where it's like a cylinder to it. And that's kind of more what I'm looking for. But hey, this guy's got a plan. I mean, he bought the bunker. I didn't even know there was a bunker there. The idea is you go and charge your EV there and go and hang out in the bunker and go underneath ground and all that kind of stuff while your car is charging up. But I mean, the thing is, you could go down to Baker down the road with the world's largest thermometer, and there's plenty of restaurants and things to do there, even though it's not a very big city. And they have a giant charging port there too. So, I mean, I guess it's something to do, but maybe not. I don't know. I just can't see that doing well. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of messages about bunkers though, so that's good. Keep them coming in. Now, there is somebody that I wanted to make a call. A lot of news. There is an area in Tempe, Arizona. Now, let me give some advice to people, but I think you guys are all smart enough to understand this. If you ever see a fight like this break out in an In-N-Out Burger or anywhere, my suggestion is leave your food and just fucking leave. Do not get involved. Do not try to record it. Do not, because this kind of stuff that's going on in LA, this isn't too far from, this is in an In-N-Out Burger in Tempe, Arizona. Look at the white people run away from somebody pulling out a weapon. In fact, that looks exactly like the In-N-Out Burger does at the LAX location that I've gone live from before. But like, people are just throwing hands unmercifully. And this, this is news. I mean, these, I know, it's strikeable. Hey, listen, the PSA is, you see this kind of shit, get the fuck out as soon as you can. That's all I know. And I'm going to attempt it. I don't think it's possible to reach somebody at In-N-Out. But here's the thing. The In-N-Out locations, they don't have individual phone numbers. I got some questions about this fight. Now, that In-N-Out's open till 1 a.m. We're going to see what happens here. Okay, let's call it up. The Mr. X is going to call In-N-Out and see what's going on here. I'm a concerned citizen.
Thank you for calling In-N-Out Burger's customer service department. For information about our standard operating hours at most of our locations, please press 1. For information about placing advanced orders at our locations, please press 2. For information about employment, please press 3. For all other questions or comments, please remain on the line.
Okay, will remain.
All calls may be monitored or recorded for training purposes.
Perfect, me too. It's time to pick up.
Thank you for calling In-N-Out Burger. My name is Lee.
Hello, are you there?
Hi, yes. How can I help you?
What was your name again, ma'am?
Olivia.
Olivia, listen, I was at the Tempe location when that incident happened the other night. Are you familiar with what I'm talking about?
No, I'm not. I'm so sorry. What was going on at that location?
There was a giant brawl. It's national news. It's the one off Rural Road in Playa del Norte in Tempe, Arizona. The In-N-Out Burger. There was a giant brawl there. It's all over the news.
Oh, okay. How did I see? Okay, and
so it's
was there?
well, here's what happened. Okay, so there's people fighting, African Americans fighting each other. Actually, I can see myself in the footage running away with my son. By the way, my name is Xavier. And I had an incident when I kind of ran off to the side with an employee. Okay. I mean, the fight is one thing, but the employee says, "Can you believe these?" And then said the word. And I was like, whoa. It was a male employee. He's like, "Can you believe this?" And he said it.
Okay.
So one thing is that this, there's footage of me, in a fight that's in national news in the New York Post, and then I have an employee say this terrible word to me, I've been going to In-N-Out since I was a kid. I mean, what do we do here? I didn't even get to finish my burger, my animal style. I just left. I mean, for all I know, somebody had a weapon on him. You haven't seen this footage?
I haven't seen the footage. I have heard a little bit of people talking about it today, but no, I haven't actually seen the footage.
And then there was a Hispanic lady, and she said "typical," and then said it. There was two of them. Yeah, I was very uncomfortable. Then hear me out on this. The employee was a younger. Like, you guys hire like a lot of younger people, like 20s, or I don't know how old they are. It seems like when you get in your 40s, everybody looks young. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this is a younger person that looks like early 20s. So the initial one that I'm talking about, and I wish I would have seen a name tag. I don't even know if he had a name. I mean, if you saw this footage, you would just realize, like, holy crap, this is all happening so fast. So after he said that, he started walking by me, and frankly, ma'am, and I'm just trying to be polite, this young man was a little bit effeminate, okay? He grazed with the outside of his hand. He grazed my penis. He touched my penis. And I don't know if it was an accident, but he hit like the head of it. Do you know what I mean? So he's like, "Oh, tip, yada, yada, yada." And then he walks by me, and as he walks by me, he grazes my cock, my penis. I'm sorry. What's happening here? I mean, is this who you guys are hiring? I mean, the young lady the heiress who owns In-N-Out Burger, she left California. She went to Tennessee. I met her before. I mean, is there security in these places?
Yeah, no, typically, I mean, a lot of the stores do have security, like on site for most of them, but some of them do not. I was surprised that one didn't have anyone on site at that location, but I can definitely. I'm so sorry about the whole incident with having been there during the whole incident with the quote unquote brawl and everything, and then those associates talking to you that way.
Well, they weren't talking to me. They were talking about these kids throwing hands, and then like I had the situation. I apologize for saying cock. I mean, I'm just like I'm kind of worked up, but he grazed me. And then I thought about it afterwards. Like, is that some these 20-year-old kids? They're like into some pervy stuff nowadays. They're all doing the Instagram and the swiping and I'm a Gen X kid. You know what I mean? I grew up in the 80s. I'm lucky I didn't start throwing hands.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about the whole thing. Is completely unacceptable, and I'm so sorry that happened, Xavier. I can definitely document this feedback and follow up with that management team, and maybe they can get people to have like more security at that location, as well as speak with those associates who had said those things and did that. I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I describe your phone number? I want to follow up with a supervisor.
Yes, yeah. Let me give you the number. It's 310. I mean, is there? I mean, you know what I would like? I'd love to get some. I mean, I didn't even get to. Do I get a gift card sent to me? I mean, I was just in town visiting my. Well, I want to be careful what I say here, but a family member. Let me just say that. I was in town visiting a family member, and I'm not in the state anymore. And, you know, do I get a gift card or something?
Yeah, we definitely want to be able to treat you back for the experience and everything. I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I just place you on brief hold? So
Yeah, real quick. And here's another thing. Are you writing all this down?
Yes.
Yeah. One of the things that started this is one of the kids said, yeah, let's, what about the CDs? And I'm like, how do these, I mean, I don't know if you're my age or older or younger or whatever. You sound fairly young. I said, CDs, like a CD player? How do these kids even know? He said, CDs nuts. I think that's how the fight started. I was like, where are they hearing this? CDs nuts. It's ridiculous. I sound like I'm some old man or something. Like I'm some grumpy old man, but it's like, you know, I'm trying to eat a double-double, animal style. I'm trying to get some fries in my mouth. And I'm getting grazed.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that, Xavier. We'll definitely be following up with that management team, and I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I just place you on a brief hold so I can?
Yeah, no, go ahead, please. Thank you.
We definitely want to be able to help you.
Go ahead, thank you.
Yeah, of course. One second.
Okay. All right, so I have her now on mute. Jesus, it's fucking loud. Okay, I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. So she's on mute. You know, for my troubles, I need to get some kind of a gift card at least. I'm looking for material in the chat. I'm looking for material. This is making me secondhand. Yeah, this is making me secondhand uncomfortable. This is the perfect music to play this. There's the guy that grazed me right there. Yeah, when I'm on mute, so she can't hear me. But when I said graze, I had to like bite my tongue. I almost lost it. Trying to keep this going. Yeah, keep within the context of the thing. Don't take me too far out of it. CDs or any of these things. Say pecker next time. Okay. Work on that. Hopefully I don't keep... What is this music? Okay, I'm going to take this away from the phone because next thing I know, there's a copyright strike for the... Their hamburgers are good. I'll give them that. Pecker. Okay. I'll probably get a copyright strike for the song. It embarrassed you and made you feel uncomfortable. Okay, wait till she comes back up, and then we'll figure it out. Recording wide open and legal. They're recording. I'm allowed to record. Everybody agrees to it. It is what it is. Blow me. Read Tingleboos. I'm embarrassed you. It embarrassed you, and it made you feel uncomfortable. Yeah, it sure did. Now, if I start speaking to her and I'm still on hold, if I end up going on mute for a couple seconds, stick with me. Sexual harassment hotline number? No, I don't need that. That, like I said, you know, PZ, the graze might have been an accident. I don't know. I don't want to judge anybody. You know, when you got a large penis and the head of the penis is like a fist, you know, that's going to happen. All right, here we go. Okay, I thought they were coming back up. I took the audio down a little bit so this isn't playing in your guys' ear. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take down this fight thing. We're going to see how this goes here. How long is it going to take her? Oh, hurry up. Can you guys hear that music? The in and out music? No, that wouldn't do that. I said a man did it. Didn't do nothing for me. Your cock is large. That's right. Okay. I hope this isn't one of these things. Well, at least they don't have that same annoying music that some of these banks have. Well, what would be the impetus of me buying stocks? The market is even open, is it? I mean, I don't even know how to do that. Okay, I got a lot of suggestions coming in. I got a lot of certain rules don't apply. That's right. Okay, hold on.
Thank you for holding. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. So I was able to speak with my supervisor, named, so we'll definitely be thoroughly documenting this feedback and sending it over to the management.
Okay.
The divisional managers will be able to look into it and everything, and we'd be more than happy to treat you and your son back on a future visit. If that's okay, I can send out 3 of our valued guest cards. They would
Yes.
be good for full combos. So
yeah, I would like
a
that.
double, a fry.
Yeah, I mean the guy. I mean, I hate to say this, but I mean the guy hit me in the pecker. You know, I mean, am I allowed to say that word? I don't even know what words I'm allowed to use these days. But yeah, I mean, I'd like something. I mean, because I mean, it's embarrassing and it made me feel uncomfortable. And I'm not. That's not even the fight. This all happened. This all happened in one. I mean, I'm laughing about it now, but like it was dangerous in there. So what do I have to give you to be able to take care of this?
Yeah, I would just need your last name, Xavier, a good physical mailing address. Oh yeah, just those 2, please. Your
Okay.
last name and name.
Yeah. I mean, if you go back and look at the video, there, and see there's a taller kind of kid standing there. I hate to point anybody out. I believe that may be him, but then again, it's very hard to see and it's moving. So, I don't want to say because I don't know.
Okay. Did you happen to have a description? So the description of the associate who had said, then the other one who had touched you? Was there another description maybe?
Yeah, it was so fast. I just know she was a female. I mean, I don't know how much that helps, but I mean, you could see in the footage who's standing at the front. I mean, maybe that'll help. I don't know. I mean, I'm not an investigator. I don't know what,
Okay, and you said she was Hispanic possibly as well?
Yes. That's a question too. I mean, can I ask you just an honest answer or an honest question? Like, are you guys hiring illegals these days, or what's going on there? Because you guys are a big corporation.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I wouldn't be able to answer that. I'm not honestly not too sure. But
I mean, it is Arizona. Arizona's a little bit more conservative, obviously, than California. Yeah. Well, anyways, I appreciate. That's good to go. We got all the information. You got everything. Yeah, I appreciate everything that you're doing, and you guys aren't going to lose my business over this. But Tempe is, Tempe years ago used to be really nice, but I got some family there, and it's not so nice anymore. All right. Well, I appreciate it.
I see. Well, yeah, I really do appreciate you taking the time, Xavier, to give us a call and let us know about your experience with the incident that happened at the Tempe location. And I definitely be following up with that management team, and I'll go ahead and send out those cards to you first thing tomorrow morning for you. Okay.
All right. God bless you.
You use them at any location, and they never expire. So just letting you know, so you don't have to go back to that store.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Of course, no problem. Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much. Have a great.
In and out. The Mr. X is hungry. The Mr. X. I'll probably just send him back to him. I really want him. I'll just send him back. All right. Oh my God. What a bunch of shenanigans. Mr. X is the in and out. What happened to that place? Oh, ASU's a mega party school? Okay, I didn't know that. Eric Murphy knows everything. I almost feel a little bit bad. That's what happens when you do prank calls with empathy. Oh my God. Jeez, oh man. Yeah, this one was off Rural Road in Playa del Norte. I never even heard of this area. I guess there's some shitty place. I tell you, when I first moved out to LA years ago, I drove through Phoenix and Tempe, and it was really nice out there. I remember, granted, that was 2004, 22 years ago. Some of these haters weren't even barely alive. This is before all the graping accusations. But let me retail some Cash Apps and some PayPals. Yeah. You notice when Jim doesn't get Cash Apps or PayPals, he ends the show? You ever notice that? If I don't get In-N-Out burgers, I end the show. Jeremy M coming in $5 on the Cash App for the Mr. X. Thank you, Jeremy M. And I got your message earlier too, earlier in the week about getting the discs and all that. So thank you for letting me know. I hope you enjoy that stuff. Actually, you were the only one of the three that reached out to me. So I'm ready for the show today. That's Texas Granny, $25 coming in. And then, of course, Amanda in Australia. Hey, X, tip plus fees, Axe. What is A? Maybe. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Texas Granny. Both coming in. We gotta catch up with Dana Nicole at some point too. I still have never had my chance to call Muffy. When do I get my chance? Just one thing that I've wanted. There's Amanda. Okay. Get the calculator ready. That's right. No, usually I talk about this every so often. You do these shows and you stay up here 2 or 3 hours and this and that. I don't think I've done a show, and this is thanks to you guys. I don't think I've done a show since being here, coming back to YouTube, that's been less than $150. It's like very, and a lot of them recently, there hasn't been one that's been less than $200. The last week one was inching closer to like 500. It's like 460-ish, if I'm not mistaken. If I count the Wednesday money where people are just asking me if you guys have been very kind to me. I've even had people say, hey, it's been a month. Here's my $30 for what I would have paid for the OTT. I've literally had people say that to me, more than one. So I appreciate you being here with me. Try to do the best I can, on my own. I did say I would send a little link out to Johnny Yarborough. I wanted to get Johnny Yarborough up here and kind of talk quickly about Wednesday for him, if he's still going to go live, and kind of what his schedule is. And I know there were some things going on. I don't want him to be super. Janelle hates us. Well, she's not near. I think she's in Phoenix, not necessarily Tempe, although I don't think Tempe's too far. I think it's 25, 30 miles. So hang on, Johnny. I'm going to send this to you right now. And then I got a few more news bits. I got like 5 or 6 more, actually. But, God, that shit was fucking hilarious. That was like the politest prank I ever did. That was like the playing it safe prank based off a real thing. Prank equals Mr. X gets free shit. What is it? Okay, Yarborough, the 76. Okay. Yeah, I'm working on a big guest on Friday. I don't want to say names and then not come through with it, but I'm hoping that this could come through. I think it would be something different. Not 100% sure it could happen. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Mean Green. What's up? How you doing? You doing okay? Is Dana here? There she is. Yeah, Dana, when do I get to talk to Muffy? I mean, I've been screwed over. I tell you, you were right, Dana, about the Yamava just sending me shit over and over and over again. Free plays and this and that and all kinds of stuff. I mean, they really want me to get back up there. There she is. Every time I see Dana Nicole's name, I just see tit at the end of it. Is that just me or is that other people too? I don't know. And it's actually let's talk about it, but it ends up saying tit. Okay, Johnny, I sent that over to you. Well, as we wait for Johnny, I don't know where he's at. Speaking of Las Vegas and In-N-Out Burger, the giant In-N-Out Burger that was there. Dr. Bailout, if you happen to be in Las Vegas with me and this In-N-Out Burger thing comes through and some hater doesn't ruin it, maybe we'll go to the In-N-Out Burger in Vegas. Treats on me. I have to. Remember the story Jim told one time where I want to say thank you on the Venmo to Destiny coming in, $20 on the Venmo. DG's in the house. Dolce and Gabbana. Is that what that is? Or somebody going to make a video of it and say, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Remember the story Jim told about living in a garage in Las Vegas? Let's bring Johnny Yarborough up. He is here. Johnny, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Come on up. Get up here, monkey.
Yeah, it's me, Mr. X. How you doing?
Well, yeah, you're the only one with the link, so who else could it be? Good. So let me tell this quick story, then we'll talk about what's coming up with your show.
All right, go ahead.
Remember that Jim was talking about living in a garage in Las Vegas, and then there was like a plug above for the automatic garage door opener, and he plugged stuff in there, and then he had to go to the bathroom really bad. Then he went in a bucket, and then he put it outside, and crows were eating it. Remember, he's told the story. It's a hilarious story. He's told the story a few times.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, I saw something today that reminded me of that. Those days are now over because according to a lot of HOAs, homeowners associations in Vegas, say they need to see the inside of your garage. This is from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, their newspaper. And it can't be used for storage or for living in it. They want it to be used for your car. So if you can't prove that there's enough space in there for a car, and this isn't pulling a car in there and fucking living in there. And by the way, see the photo? See the plug at the top? That's what Jim was talking about when he was living in a fucking garage. And it is so hot there right now. I can just imagine that garage being like a sauna. But yeah, you got to send over to the HOA in some of these areas, or it's $100 fine. So you're not using it as like a giant storage area or whatever. Isn't that crazy? $100 a week fine if you got just junk in your garage and you can't fit your car in there. I thought about Jim about that. Guess you can't sleep in there anymore either. Now, Johnny, what's going on with you for the week?
For the week, I went to the dentist today. they match colors of what color teeth do I want.
You didn't ask for sparkling white, did you?
No, and
you didn't get like Wayne Newton White.
No.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh.
And then they took color of my gums today, but then on the 22nd on Wednesday I have another doctor's appointment at 11:15, and that's when they're going to take my blood work for my surgery.
Nothing about.
Okay.
Huh?
So what's your plans for? Are you going to go live at all this week?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Wednesday?
I'm going to go live Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to see. That's usually what the schedule is, but just wanted to check in with you to make sure, everything's okay and just kind of just touch base in general. I mean, you're welcome to stay up here if you want to.
Yeah, today or it was yesterday, it started hitting me more and more and more and more about my son.
Yeah.
It just started hitting me more and hitting me more and hitting me more, and I've been grieving a lot, and I got something big coming up this week too. I don't want to say it through the lines.
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I can understand, because I mean, it could hit people at different times, and it's a lot to go through. So
yeah, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't help when I hear Jared's mom saying things that she shouldn't be saying in an ordinary thing. You know what I mean?
I don't know. What do you mean by that? Without saying, be careful. But like, what is the mom saying?
Yeah. I don't want to. I'll talk to you offline. I'll talk to you offline about what she's saying.
I mean, it's not about anything with Jim saying anything to her or anything, is it? Yeah. Tell me later. Whatever.
I don't know. It might be. It might be. I mean, I know Wendy I haven't heard from Wendy in a couple of days now, and it's starting to get to me because she usually answers my phone calls. Now she's not answering me, and now I'm sorry. I'm starting to feel like Jim crushed that up for me too.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, people grieve and, they have the different stuff in their life, different times and different ways. I mean, who knows what's going on? Is Wendy the mom of the grandchild, or I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you'll hear from him. I mean, what did you do? You didn't do nothing.
I didn't do nothing.
I mean, this is what this always boils down to. I wasn't, just in general, I'll just talk about this, but like, there's nobody that's going to take a cold call from Jim in my life, or that has been in my life, that's going to listen to him unless they already dislike you. And like, there are people that probably wouldn't step over a boundary. Like he talked about having calls from girlfriends and the people I worked with, and he might have it, but like, in 5 weeks, I haven't heard anything, And then again, I don't watch a lot of this shit too. So, I mean, like, if it's not relatively public and relatively out there, I mean, he's not going to do nothing, And if somebody's is going to listen to him after what you've been through, and they're not going to talk to you over that, then, it's probably not what the case is. But if they're going to take somebody's side they don't even know, maybe that's a person you don't want around you. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't, it's probably not what the case is. It's funny too, because you got people, Eric Foss, talking about who paid for what, and mom pays for this and that, paid for this court expense or this or that, while he's sitting in his fucking mom's trailer, a single wide trailer in Ocala, Florida. One of the shit. I mean, it's not as bad as where Fumblenuts lives, but a fairly shitty place. And I just tell this to Eric Foss about his opinions, or he's got no proof of anything. He's just repeating something that somebody said to him. But I can tell you what I got proof of. When you got arrested, Eric, you looked like shit. And regardless if you were found innocent or not, because I heard something that somebody told me that Eric said, I wouldn't pay for an attorney. I wouldn't have done that. I just would have faced that petition by myself. Dude, you sat in a jail cell for like fucking 3 weeks. I wouldn't want to sit in a jail cell over. I mean, technically you were found not guilty or innocent or was dismissed or whatever it was. You didn't get any charges. Let me say that. but you still sat in a cell for like, what, how many weeks? Even one day I'd be pissed off about. So you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just can't listen to these people. That's the one thing, hearsay is not admissible. People can say whatever they want, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
Yeah, I did hear from her. I did hear from them on my birthday. You know what I mean? So it's only been not even a week since I heard from them. Almost a week.
Yeah, I just think it's jumping to conclusions. You'll touch base with people, and then and you can't win by you not saying that. Then some hater will come along and say, "Well, Johnny's not giving him money anymore." Then there's going to be another excuse, a reason, and a story. And the fact of the matter is, I mean, isn't she a young mom? I mean, that's got to be a handful, and she's pregnant.
Yeah,
yeah. So I mean, come on.
Plus, it's getting hotter in here, it's getting real hot in California now. So she's probably but. I heard that she's not dealing with the situation of herself either. So,
right. Well, I'm sure. I mean, really, it's understandable.
She's really taking it. She's taking a big hit.
The time came around. It's been long enough that it hurts now.
Yeah, it's long enough that it's starting to hurt. Even a baby is starting to notice some things too about.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all you could do is just, continue moving forward. You got PZ there, there's some positive stuff coming from it. Yeah. It's a new chapter, I mean, what else could be done? I mean, there's nothing you can actually do. You did everything that you and PZ could humanly do, Yeah. And I agree with Dana Nicole here too. Everybody grieves differently and on their own time, in different ways. It's a new chapter. It's like, how you doing, Saint? Definitely a new chapter. So definitely.
Yeah. It's just hard. It's just hard for me right now too, Mr. X. And I've been trying to deal with Jim and deal with all his stupid sayings and shit like that. And
right.
And I've been ignoring him at the same time though too. You know what I mean? So
well, I mean, my opinion in the factoid that I would give you, and I know you got somebody who calls you from a blocked number. The easiest thing to do is just to block blocked numbers. Now that would obviously exclude whoever calls you from a blocked number, but the thing is, I mean, does PZ have a phone, or is there a second phone that Jim doesn't know of? That they could call you. Like there's guys, like, here's the point. It's like the Freddy Krueger thing. If you just have him out where he can't contact you, that's the best thing. Then every once in a while, I'll check my spam folder and he sends out an email to like a bunch of people. I'd say half the people don't even talk to him. And it's like from a show from like a week or two ago. And I didn't see the show, or I didn't even see the email at the time. It's just the easiest thing to do is just to block all that out,
Yeah.
Somebody told me he went live Friday or something like that. I don't recall seeing any of it. And if I did, it was because I don't think I saw any of it. Somebody might have told me something about it, but it's like, I was out there in the world having a good time, going to a buffet, doing things, trying to collect a little bit of content for today, that kind of stuff,
How much was that Queen Mary buffet, Mr. X?
It's expensive. It's like $90.
It's $90 for
it was like 90 or 95 bucks
for one person.
Yeah, for one person, but it's good. I don't know if it was as good as that one in the City of Industry. It's a different thing, but it's you could also walk around the Queen Mary for free too. I mean, it's like part of it. It's like you're in there.
Yeah, I think what I want to do is I want to take Paul and eat there, because Paul's been really sweet to me. He's been very nice, and he's been there for me since day one. And
$98 a person.
$98 a person. Do you hear that, Paul?
You could always go out to the City of Industry, and then you get that for half price. But or that Chinese buffet that's down the road, that's right off the 405 that we talked about with you before. That's not too far, and that's.
Oh, you're talking about that one off the 405 right there. That one Asian joint right there, right?
Yeah, I mean that one is a very good one for being less, like, I would say it's obviously the Queen Mary. It's a very great. It's a cool ambiance. It's got music. They had Santa. It's not a huge buffet, but you're kind of paying for where you're at. I don't know if like Queen Mary is a lot more poshy when you're there, but I don't know if it's much better than that buffet. I mean, they actually do have like crab legs and some higher end seafood stuff, but it's actually, I mean, that buffet's solid for like a cheaper buffet. That's a very good one.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. And
Jeremy
Donkey Dick,
in the house, that's right.
And Donkey Dick asked me a question.
Go ahead.
When are you guys going ghost hunting?
We kind of put that on the back burner.
We put that on the back burner for now, Donkey. And the reason why we put it on the back burner, thank you, Tanga Boots, for saying rest in peace, Jared. Thank you.
Yeah. See, you do really have people that care about you. So very solid support system. Yeah. But you're making your way through it. I mean, it's understandable. You're still doing your shows.
Yeah.
You're living your life. I mean, that's all you could do. Today's Monday.
I know. And I want to apologize for not coming on. Wait a minute. I came on my birthday, and I came on I think I came on Friday night, didn't I? Yeah, I came on Friday night.
Yes.
So I want to let you guys know I'm slowly going to get back into my routine, my daily routine schedule, my routine weekly 2 weeks schedule, Wednesdays and Sunday nights, and we're going to get back doing those. And not only that, my co-host, she's on vacation. She's spending some time with her family and her loved ones. And so that's why I really haven't been going on, because, you know, my co-host ain't with me. You know what I mean? So
you talk about Mean Green.
Yeah, Mean Green. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mean Green's having fun out there.
Wow. I didn't know what she was up to. I haven't heard much from her.
And she needs it. She needs to have time to herself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Everybody does. Even you, Mr. X, you need to have time to yourself. You know what I mean? Like when you said you wasn't going to come on a certain time, you didn't come on. You waited for another day to come on. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, that's how I looked at it. I was like, you know, I want, and you know, there's always, hey, this is the reason he's not coming on. He's not doing it because of this or because of that. And the truth was, I was going out to that Thriftapalooza, and I was like, there's no way I could do a show. I'm not going to do an early Friday show. I had to take, you know, somebody had to take off a half day of work because I wanted to beat the traffic. Stayed out there in a hotel that Friday night and went to the buffet. So because it's only 50 miles from here, but like, I don't want to drive out there and be all sick. Like, I know it's like, who was that idiot that was talking about that shack lady? Like, I can get the sick part out of the way, and it wasn't that bad. The traffic wasn't that bad that early on Friday. Laid down for like 30 minutes, and then went and got in the buffet, and the next morning I was 5 miles away from it. And that's the benefit of having the tenure and having, you know, the cheaper hotel rooms. So, you know, too bad. That's how I do things.
Mr. X, I got to meet somebody down my stairs. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. I want to show you something when you come back.
Okay, that's fine.
So there, I kind of mentioned this story. I'll show you a few things real quick. There, when I was at the Thriftapalooza, I did end up having, I don't know, food never looks as good on, but there is the Pink's hot dogs. There's the regular dog, looks like Mines. There's PZ on the left. There's like the Polish spicy hot dog. And then some things that were there. There's the Buc-ee's thing that I got right out the Pink's. That was towards the end. And, you know, there's just a picture of just how big it was. I mean, there are all kinds of junk, people with stuffed animals. But this is the thing that I was thinking about getting for Johnny. And I didn't end up getting it because I didn't know if he would use it, and I didn't want to do the shipping. But I don't know. You tell me, PZ, if you see this. There it is right there. I was going to ask the guy, how about it was like one of those cake things that you see like at parties, and you put the cake in it, but like people could see it. Like a cake display. I was thinking about asking, but then I was like, I don't think they need it. So I didn't get it. Cheaped out. I cheaped out more on the shipping because I was like, I got to ship it to them or somehow get it to them, but I didn't end up doing it. But we'll bring this back up when, what are the Blu-rays you got? Give me a second and I'll tell you here. Let me drop that down and I'll tell you all the Blu-rays. Give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to come right back. Stay there with Johnny. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I think it went down.
All right, I'm coming back. Hold on. Almost back. Now I'm back. Here's the Blu-rays. You guys are asking about the Blu-rays. These are all Blu-rays or 3D Blu-rays. The Green Inferno, which is an Eli Roth movie, cannibal movie. Mad Max Fury Road, Get Out. Some of these are DVD Blu-ray combos too. Jurassic Park 3D, which has 3 discs in it and has the 3D disc. I don't have a 3D TV. The Hunger Games, all 4 Hunger Games. Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. I think I actually had. I already had Unbreakable, so I think that's 20 there. So there it is. There's all 20 of them. I'm sorry, 10 of them for $20. Not that bad.
Okay, Mr. X, I'm back.
All right, here's what I was going to show you, Johnny. This I
got something to show you too after you show me yours.
Okay, there we go. So I was looking. I almost got this for you, but the reason I didn't, I was like, you know what? I was going to ask him, say, hey, $5 for cake. You put the cake in, it's like a display. That way, if you had a cake for like a birthday party, you could put that in there and you could just have it set behind you and it's not going to get anything on it. It's kind of protected. But then I was like, I got to ship it to them and go down the post office. So I didn't end up doing it. But
we have them, Mr. X. We have one.
Okay, good thing. Okay, that makes me feel better that I did.
You want me to show you mine now, Mr. X?
Yeah, what do you got?
Look at this. Rainbow Melon, I hope you're paying attention.
Galaga. There it is. Have you been playing it? That's a tough game.
It's loading up right now.
Yeah, some of those like old arcade games like that, like they have tons of games in there.
Yeah, this has only Galaga on it. And it's Galaga 2. And Galaga 2. It has Galaga 1 and Galaga 2. And I can add to it too, Mr. X.
Okay.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, I do. Wow. It's like the mini arcade. I remember how
the
popular.
Speaker's right here. The speaker's right here.
Show them the whole thing. Show them the bottom too.
I'm showing them. Here's the bottom.
50-year-old man would play with games.
Yep, I got it for my birthday.
I remember that game. That game was so popular. I also remember the game. Remember going to pizza places and there'd be like a table one that you look down at and like one person sitting on each side of the table. Yeah. I remember the Galaga ones of that.
Yep, I like it. I like it. My score right now, I got the highest score right now. It's 47,650.
This is what he does all day instead of working.
I don't play video games all day.
No, I'm teasing you. Yeah, playing the video games all day. Johnny, are you a big In-N-Out Burger fan?
Am I a big In-N-Out Burger fan? Yeah.
Maybe you get a little something in the mail.
Okay.
Yeah, if they send me that many cards, I feel bad about taking. I don't think I'm going to eat $300 worth of In-N-Out.
Damn.
That's what I thought they said a couple hundred.
Oh, Johnny, Tootsie Roll sent us $10.
Huh?
Tootsie Roll sent us $10.
Tootsie Roll sending you $10?
Yeah.
Tootsie Roll is sending Paul $10.
Good.
Because he bought a bag of candy and it only came Tootsie Rolls. So
and it was supposed to have other things.
And it's supposed to have other things in it. Johnny, how's your weight? It's doing good, Rainbow Melon. I'm staying at 254 pounds.
So how much weight have you lost total?
Total of 78.
77
pounds. 77 pounds.
That's a lot. That's a lot of weight.
In 10 months.
Well, that's like how many pounds a month?
About 10.
That's good. Now you'll keep losing it.
I should have already been I should have already dropped 100 pounds already, Mr. X. But I'm going to have my gallbladder removed out pretty soon too. So.
Well, you'll lose a couple pounds when you lose a gallbladder.
Yeah.
Let me thank
my
real
goal
quick.
Is 200. My goal is 200, Destiny.
Real quick, Spanky and Boise coming in, $10. I don't want to forget about them. Raising Cane's fun. I was actually at Raising Cane's, I think this week, maybe on Sunday. I was there one. No, maybe I went there before I left. I can't remember. I got into a conversation with the girl there, and the conversation was, I said, "Oh, you got all these pictures because they have like a free chicken finger day at Raising Cane's coming up at the end of July, and they got all these photographs of Chuck Norris." And I asked her, I think I might even have said this on your show, Johnny, can she name one Chuck Norris movie? And she couldn't. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. You can't name one. How about a television show like Walker, Texas Ranger? Anything? Nothing. Nothing at all. All right, Johnny, I got a few more things I want to go through. You're welcome to stay up here if you want, or do whatever you want. You come down, you can stay up.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
It's up to you. Whatever you want me to do.
All right, stay up here then. That's fine.
All right.
Johnny, there is some news that is coming out. You know, I you know that I am a big fan of police officers.
Yeah.
And you know that I like this Nashville, Tennessee.
Mhm.
I like when people get in trouble. And I like when females that are in authority get in trouble for something bad. I wonder if Rizman's still around or not. This would be for him. Maybe even for a Tennessee Gambler. By the way, I did hear from Tennessee Gambler in an email. He says hello to everybody. Things are going well with them. But this young lady here, she's 37 years old, former Metro police officer accused of sexual activity on duty while in a middle school. Now, don't get it wrong. She didn't do anything with a middle schooler, but she's 37, and another cop and her, by the way, she's got 3 kids and is married, starting having an affair. There's video proof, text messages, text chains, and pictures of her banging this guy in a cop car and in the middle school resource office, I guess. It seems like she wanted to get out of her job and maybe even this relationship with her husband. But the male officer in question was actually on a medical leave, and he won't be questioned until he comes in. He probably won't come back. So what's happening to this female officer is she was given a 30-day suspension, and she will not. She cannot be kicked out of the police department until she shows back up from the suspension. She hasn't. Sound familiar? She's never showed up again. Sounds like somebody else. So, but yeah, this little news piece here of this woman who's not a bad-looking woman, you know, and she didn't do anything with underage kids or anything. She just was cheating on her husband. But it is kind of goofy, a lot goofy, to be doing that in a middle school resource office, you know, and in his police car. But not, and then there's the proof. Like, one thing is, how would you know? Well, there's all the text messages and all that kind of stuff. But and I love that they don't show the male officer at all. So, since he's been on medical leave, they can't fire him until he comes back in either. And I don't think that he is. I think they're both just running out the clock and collecting like suspension or medical leave, and then when they have to come back in, they're gone.
That's wild.
I mean, what a little slut. I mean, what a slut. And she's a mom. She got kids at home, and she's banging some guy. Now, I want to know what's happening with this story. I want to know. I'm going to have to follow up on this story. Nashville, Tennessee. And you know what the interesting thing about this lady is? Guess where she's really originally from?
Where?
She transferred from San Diego. You can't make this shit up. Can't make it up. Can't make it up if I wanted to. So there's that. And then a little sad piece of news. You know, I got to share this. I guess there's been a lot of rain in the western part of Texas. And I saw this story. And I'm trying to think where this area is. Texas Granny, let me know if you know where this area is. It's called... I'm trying to find it. It's called Boerne. Bourne, Texas? You ever heard of Bourne, Texas, Texas Granny? Boerne, Texas. Are you familiar with that? I've never heard of it. I mean, then again, there's a lot of cities. I mean, you ever heard, Johnny, you spent time in Texas. You ever heard of Bourne, Texas?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, you know this, Texas Granny? So Texas Granny does know this. Yeah. Well,
How far is that from you or Watcher or Crazy? Well, you know what? How about this? Instead of just asking you, how about I just look it up? Boerne, Texas. It is off of the 10, and I've driven by it obviously at some point. And let's see, Boerne. Oh, it's a little bit past San Antonio, a little bit west of San Antonio. So this is way, way, way west of like Houston. Okay. Well, something bad happened.
North and west. North and west.
Yeah, north and west. That's right. So something bad happened, Johnny. It's a little bit sad, but I got to share it. We got to share it because we love the animals and we hope they're okay. This bad flood was happening, and look at these little deers that go by. They're getting swept away by the flood. Look at them. They can obviously swim. They're treading water. Rainfall caused rivers and creeks to rise. Look at the deer getting swept away. They're doing better than I would do.
And they're staying together.
Yeah, they're staying together. I mean, I want these deer to be okay. I just want to know why, this happens to these cute little deer family. And why can't this happen to Watcher or Crazy? I want to see this flood happen in her area instead of these deer. There'd be a giant flood over there. I mean, it's not like you're losing anything on that street. What are you going to lose? A couple tin houses? Gives a fuck. Boerne, Texas. Man, Texas is so big, I never even heard of half these places. Then again, California is the same way. There's so many places in California when you go a little bit east, like some of those, east of like San Diego or east of LA. Well, I know east of LA because I've gone to Vegas so many times, but you just don't hear about it. All right, Johnny. Well, I got through everything I was going to get through.
All right.
I got all my gimmicks. You guys saw all the stuff with the Thriftapalooza. I think you guys would really like the LA County Fair, but right now you got the Orange County Fair going on.
Yeah. It just started.
Yeah, that's going on until mid-August. You guys planning on going to that or what?
No, we're not going there. We already went there.
I'd go again.
Yeah, Paul go again.
I wonder if Costco has any kind of deals on the Orange County Fair like they did for the
They said that if you bring in five canned goods, then you can get in for free.
And listen, a concert ticket gets you in free.
A concert ticket gets you in for free.
I mean, but here's the thing, and let's just be totally transparent. I mean, if we could see a brawl like that in Tempe, Arizona, at an In-N-Out, I mean, what's going to happen at a fucking Too Short concert? I mean, unless you're getting a ticket for Willie Nelson and it's all old farts, it just seems like you're, just looking for a brawl. I mean, I'm thinking like if I was going to go to one of these, and I don't know if they're open, like I want to go on a Wednesday. It's not like I'm saying
they're open 7 days a week.
Johnny,
yeah, I would go like a Wednesday afternoon.
Johnny, tell him yesterday at 5 foot, Madonna and what's his name had fight? Justin Bieber.
Oh, did they?
Justin Bieber and Madonna had a fight.
What's up with Madonna? She looks just acting weird.
Shut up, X. I won't listen to you anymore. If you
what's up with I know you like her. I don't dislike her, but is there a Costco price for Orange County Fair? Let's see. Costco does not officially offer tickets for the Orange County Fair. You will need to purchase them directly. Oh, there you go. Adults are it's only $13. It's not like it's expensive. Is that right?
You can go ahead and type in Google. You can type in Google. What kind of deals does Orange County Fair have for admission?
Okay, let me look it up. What kind of deals does OC Fair have for admission? Let's see it real quick. The Orange County Fair, July 17th to August 16th, features several deals, including $11 Smart Start tickets, Wednesday and Thursday, 11 a.m. through 1 p.m. advance purchase, and $9 tickets for kids 6 to 12, or a 60-day everyday passport for the entire run. So unlimited visits through the 23-day run with no blackouts. There's a weekday ticket that's lower price. It's $13. And then a pre-fair Friday and Sunday ticket, $15 to $18 when it opens. Smart Start
discounted. Wednesday and Thursday, 11 a.m. through 1 p.m. And
They don't have canned goods. They don't have canned goods you can donate.
I don't see that one. And that Smart Start would have been before the 16th, so that's too late. So anyway, well, some ideas. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I won't.
Yeah, we might go too.
Need to get out there. Definitely going to be going to that. What's the one called? The Queen Mary Dark Harbor. I got to go to that this year.
Yeah, I want to go to that too, man.
All right, Johnny. Well, that's it, though. I got through everything. I wanted to say thank you to everybody once again. We'll do the cash apps and say hello. Let's start at the bottom. We'll go to the top. Let me know if I missed anybody. Texas Granny. We'll start at the very bottom. I have not seen that, Eric. We talked about that. Eric coming in $5. Jeremy N coming in $5. This is the stuff that I like. $10. Jeremy M. There. Thank you, Johnny. There you are, right there. Super sticker. Tingle Booze. There she is. £5. $2.79 Canadian. Thank you to Texas Granny, $49.99, and Miss Texas for getting me over the number. The number was 120, I believe, to get 92, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it was 120 to get. I think I needed 92. That's after the 30%. Rainbow Melon, $1.45. There's the just between those two, between Texas Granny and this third one here, Miss Texas, that's the 120 right there. Texas Granny comes in again, and then Rainbow Melon comes in 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. She comes in early and
one of them was Barbara Buffalo, though, by the way.
Barbara Buffalo. I'm sorry, Barbara Buffalo. You're right. There she is, $1.49. She's one of the 3 moderators. So we got through all that, and then last but not least, we talked about Destiny, aka DG. She came in on the Venmo, the rare Venmo, as I always say. Where's Barbara Buffalo? There she is right there. I'll take that down. So I appreciate the Venmos. Yeah. And then what do you think, Johnny? There's no more JimTerryTV.com and no Night Owl Network anymore. Those sites are gone. Somebody was telling me that they could still get on it through Roku. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I haven't talked to the OTT people.
I haven't either.
Well, you don't know them.
Well, no. But I've been getting these I've been getting these weird text messages, Mr. X.
From who?
From different people that they want me to. Here, let me see if I can find one.
Okay. Reading that. That's weird.
Yeah, and I was just sitting here on the couch, and
let me also say thank you to Mean Green. I miss Mean Green. She came in $10 too. Spanky and Boise, $10 on a super sticker. Jeremy M, $5 on the super. I'm sorry, those are cash apps. Mean Green came in on the supers. Thank you for getting me. I don't ask too often, but I needed to get to that number, and you guys got me above that number, which I'll take it because after tomorrow, Johnny, is the 21st for you as well. I'm sure you got above the number too.
Yeah, here it is right here. It says today. Johnny, today is the last chance to launch your Roku TV channel with no setup fee. Extension ends tonight. Then I got another text message. 4 hours left to launch your Roku TV channel with no setup fees. Extension ends at midnight. CST.
I mean, that could just be another. There's a lot of those programs. There are companies out there that offer, kind of OTT services. Yeah. And Davo's not the only one. I mean, there's a bunch of others. So,
yeah, but I'm not ready.
The reason I liked Indavo from the beginning is the guy who was running it early. There's a guy named Justin who was running it before Paul. And Paul and Justin are both very nice guys, by the way. But I knew Justin for a lot longer and a lot better. And they had that. The first month was free, so it gives you time to learn it. And they're like, if you really need help, we can help you walk through it, but it'll probably take you 2 weeks. And then you're kind of ahead of the schedule for 2 weeks. So you're kind of already getting paid for 2 weeks before they start billing you. So you could see in 2 weeks if it's worth it or not. Then you could say, well, I'll just charge 1 month and then just stop it if it's not worth it to you. But I mean, obviously it was worth it to us. So we did it. That's why we did it for 3 years. So I can see the app on Roku. See, I could see the app, but when I click it, nothing happens. It's just done. I haven't done Fire Stick yet, but I'm just assuming that they're all gone. I'm not happy about it. I mean, I'm not rooting for it. I mean, it's kind of bittersweet because, frankly, I mean, everything that you saw excluding like obviously the content, but like everything you saw with like in the OTT, all those thumbnails, I created all that stuff. You know,
yeah.
So I'm not happy about all that being gone, but what am I supposed to do? So just is what it is. All right, Johnny. So we got through it. Let me read. I mentioned DG on the Venmo. I think I caught up with everybody else on the PayPal. Another successful show. I'm glad I got to share some things with you guys that were a little bit different with Thriftapalooza and all that other stuff. The buffets. I like to get out there. I mean, it takes a little bit of time to cut that stuff together. I will make all those public so you can see them raw. The raw footage tonight. So
I want to thank Jeremy M.
Go ahead.
I want to thank Jeremy M. For $2 Cash App. And then I want to thank Mean Green for the $10 Cash App. Thank you, Mean Green. And thank you, Jeremy.
You know what's weird is I see two Cash Apps. Two PayPals. One from Amanda and one from Texas Granny. They're both $25, but the balance is only $27.54 in the, because I after like a week I usually withdraw it. I just send it to the account, so I keep very little in there. I wonder why both of those have, like, it should be $49.25 or $52 right now, but it only says $27.54. Maybe it hasn't gone through with the Australia, but usually they go through pretty fast. I don't know. That's weird. No, we'll figure it out. No big deal. Yeah, it's just a business, so you can't worry about that. But Johnny, we got it through everything.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about maybe making a new. I'll tell you this real quick. Maybe making a new opening. I know I talked to you about doing one for you, but it just seems like I've always had stuff come up. But I've been thinking about this song. It's the same song that was the same group that did the "Bite Me" was on Jim Terry TV. Royalty-free music. Well, they're called Netflix. It sounds like
I know.
This is the one I was thinking about using.
No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up. No,
and that kind of fits into with what we're saying here. Mr. X always shows up and makes a statement. So here's what I got an idea for, and I'll just pitch you this idea. We'll wrap it up here in the next couple minutes. This studio I've been looking at has an interrogation room, has a green screen, has a living room, has a bar. So I thought about taking that song. It's just a theory. I don't think I'm going to do it, but maybe I could. The studio cost, because instead of me paying $350 to go and record for 1 hour at like Podcast One or something like that, I could take $300, $400, rent that studio out for 2 or 3 hours, and like shoot in there on their stage and get some badass footage. One of the studio's places is a bar. And I thought about Mr. X walking up to the bar, seeing if I could get one of my buddies, like tap me on the shoulder. And then I start beating the shit out of him in the bar. Like, you ever see those bar fights where they drag them down the bar and then all the glasses are breaking?
Yeah.
I have all those breakaway glasses. Then all of a sudden, Mr. X is in, like, they have like a 1950s looking room. Mr. X is in there with like a grandmother figure. Cops busts in, arrest Mr. X. Mr. X is in the interrogation room. And then you go to the green screen, and I just have like 2 or 3 skanky looking strippers just grinding on me.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I mean, I think that, to me, that's a great opening. Then I got all that other footage, the Hollywood footage and all that stuff that I could just flash in.
Yeah.
Thinking about
it. It was great to hear that song again. I like that.
Hey, what kind of opening were you thinking about making me now again, Mr. X?
I'd have to like think of something. I don't know. I'd have to, there have to be an idea, like a theme. I don't know what it is. I'd have to think about it.
Okay.
All right, Johnny. So let's wrap it up.
I know. All I know is I do need an opening, and shit like that, because that other lady took all my openings after she left. She made them for me. I paid for them, and now I can't use them at all because she struck me for it.
I got to make something just basic. Well, we'll talk about it off air. Thank you, everybody who's come in here. I appreciate you being here with me. I wanted to wrap it up, but yeah, we'll think of something. We'll figure something out. I mean, there's time. It's not like any of us are going anywhere.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. X.
All right, Johnny, I'm going to let you go. I'm booting you.
Okay.
Get out.
Okay, buddy. All right, bye.
All right, peace out. Thank you, for the Mr. X. Thank you to my friends over at In-N-Out Burger. And thank you to all my friends for getting me above the number that I wanted to get through to here on Mr. X News Network right before the 21st. Thank you guys so much. And know that Mr. X always makes a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, isn't that? Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate.
Thank you for watching Mr. X News.